What's happening, everybody? What's going on? We are back. And well, I should say I'm back. The crew was doing their own thing with GRG South. For what I listened to, it was a good show. I popped in for a hot second. Then I had to pop back out, get back to work. But other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? Chuck, you did a great job, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did. The crew enjoyed you being the host and everything, but you are now fired. Anyway, so no, anyway, no, but it was a good job, man. I'm glad that you guys did it without me because you know sometimes if I gotta work, I gotta do it. Damn, you get no severance here anyway. So no, man, I appreciate y'all doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the party going, even when I'm not around. So that's what's up, man. But anyway, man, glad for everybody to come in. Lady Infamous, she's getting ready to do her convention that she always. Well, no, she's going to go to a different convention. Which convention is she going to? Twitch or what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. TwitchCon, yeah.
Yeah, TwitchCon.
Yeah, I know she's getting ready to go to a convention. So, you know, she got to put in her purple and pink extensions. She got to get her feet right. You know what I'm saying? You know how she got to do it. So,
oh, damn.
Purple and pink extensions. Purple and pink. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? They got to match a purse and a pumps. Anyway, big shout out to Infamous out there, man. Much love to you. And let's go straight to the illustrious panel. Let's start off with one of the other matriarchs, and that is Delilah HD. What's going on?
Yes, I'm glad to be here. My voice, you guys can kind of hear it. It's trying to come back, you know.
Yes.
Feel a little raspy, but I'm glad to feel much better and to be back. And let's talk about these games, man. A lot of good topics. I'm excited all together. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, then we move on down. Man, my boy Triple Cup Chuck, what's up, man? Are you up?
Man, I'm all the way up, man. It's up all the time with me, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm ready to get to these topics, get some good gaming in here. And everybody that called me crazy, yes, I am crazy. I'm from the same hood as Webby, and I'm from the same hood as NBA Youngboy of North Baton Rouge. That's how gamers rock. I has no cut at all. Let's do this.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, then we move on down to 108 Dragons TV. What's going on with you, brother?
Going on, baby? I'm really getting busy in that Forza. I'm loving it right now. Gaming is looking real good, and that Call of Duty is going to be popping this week, and also that's what it's about right now.
All right, cool. Did you just call me baby?
That's what it's about right now.
Okay.
Hey, look. That's just how good he's feeling. That's how good he's feeling.
That's all right. Hey, want to make you feel good like that, huh? Ooh. All right, man, let's get on to it. What's up with you, Bloody Knuckles? What's happening, man?
Hey, man, it's good to be here. It's good to be back. I always love being with the family. I just been doing a little day drinking because I can do that at my job. But, you know, other than that, I'm just ready to get into this. Hell yeah, they pay us to drink sometimes, you know, whatever. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But I'm in it. I'm ready to get with it. Let's do this.
What? Oh, my goodness. All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, man. It's what happens when you work for social media.
I see, man. All right. And then last but not least, we got our boy 100 in the house, man. What's going on with you, 100?
What's up with y'all, man? Just in here chilling, trying to catch up with everything on the interweb. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back, have me a cocktail.
Yep.
I just started drinking. So I can drink on the job too, bloody, but I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? I got like a 24 pack of Dos Equis in one of my refrigerators.
Get this done. Or kick it.
Get this show over before this show turns way left by 10 o'clock. It's gonna be over. Anyway, let's get straight to it then. I believe Livewire might be coming in a little bit later. But everybody else is here. And like I said, big shout out to Lady Infamous doing her thing out there. And, you know, much support, much love to her. Anyway, let's get to the first topic and let's talk about Star Wars. It's a pretty interesting story. I ran across this today, and I had no idea that there was this studio that was named Poem Studios that was making a remake of Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic. And basically what happened was that what happened was that Lucasfilms, once these people were just about to have it almost completed and done, shut it down, said, no, this is our property. It looks great, looks fantastic. It was running off of the Unreal Engine 4. But hey, this is it. So I'm going to go to you, Delilah, first. What is your thoughts about this? Would this be something interesting that you got into?
Oh, we got to pay the bills.
Not really. I mean, for me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, let Delilah read it. Delilah, you pay the bills.
Well, I'm not really on YouTube right now. But what I was going to say is that as far as like Star Wars and them pulling support for this, I think it's interesting. Like for me, it's pretty new. But if it's something that the gamers want, I don't understand why they couldn't like make a deal or figure out some sort of support and just keep the ball rolling. I mean, if it was that good of a translation, so I don't know, man. It's a little bit disappointing to see.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Thomas Franks. He said, we doing it live. GRG, bless all the kings and queens. Thank you guys for the positive Xbox news. K Mega, thank you, brother, for the GRG podcast. Always be positive. Don't change, King. Thank you, bro. I will not change, and neither will anybody else here because this is who we are, man. And thanks. We like to talk. We give Xbox hell if we have to, but we also give them love, even though some will not. And we'll do the same with PlayStation. So it's just no big deal. Or Nintendo, man. We're gamers here. So yeah, really appreciate it. But yeah, go ahead. 108, what is your thoughts on this? I mean, would this been something that you've been interested in? I don't know if this was just slated for just PC. Most likely this is probably a PC project. And because it was like a fan service deal. But man, I mean, doesn't this bum you out a little bit that Lucasfilm shut it down?
Yo, it bummed me out because that's one of my favorite RPGs from the original Xbox, man. And it was definitely going to be a PC project, but to see this thing get shut down, it was going to be free for everybody. It wasn't no money maker. It hurt my feelings because I was looking forward to it. So I know there's plenty of people who follow that game who feel the same way at this point.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. What about you, Chuck? What do you think about this? I mean, I'm new to the story just like you are, man. But I mean, did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic?
I mean, I dabbed into the game, but it's not. I can't really. I never beat those RPGs. I never did. I tried. I get so far and I just stop. I don't know why. Probably because he's single players. But I see there's a lot of blue collar and white collar, shirts. They get into the mix of this here. Maybe they probably cancel this game because they have their own project of doing it in the works, and they might be trying to actually make a profit off of it. If they're making a profit off of it, then why would you continue to make the one that you're not going to make a profit off of? That's why they probably, even though it was like 99% complete, they could cut it off right then, knowing they got something the exact same property, but they can make money off of it. And we might hear something about that next year. And they, the best PR is to be like, oh, we bringing y'all Knights of the Republic back, stuff like that. And, everybody gonna be cheering and stuff like that. They ain't gonna think about the fact that we're gonna be paying extra money for this one here because it's an actual remaster instead of they bringing it back over. But they might do it for our systems. It might help in our favor. So only time will tell about the situation, especially since it's fresh off the press.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. What about you, 100?
Oh man, I just say, man, it's business. It ain't personal. And that's what I saw it came from. They could have tried to do something. They could have tried to switch the characters over. Say, don't use Jedi. Don't. There's ways I just saw people get away from the copyright thing. But the guy, what I was listening to it from the note earlier today was like, they were trying. They spent down there they last all end all on this game. And then when they tried to do everything to try to don't have the cease and desist letter go away, but they was like, it's at least they were nice about it. A lot of people would go try to sue you, but they didn't try to do that. So maybe it's an opportunity for them. If people saw the game and all that game, maybe EA and LucasArts get together with them and make a deal with them. I just saw a lot of people, lot of little indie developers do that type of stuff. They showing off what they can do.
Yeah,
so,
and it was changing it to the Unreal 4 also.
Right, that's what I just really like, man. Really, truly updating the whole game, and I need to find some pictures. Once I go and find some of the pictures that they have, because from the article they were saying that those some of the characters that they did get the chance to see that were leaked, they looked absolutely astonishing. Matter of fact, Lucasfilm said that the game looked fantastic. It's just that it's their property, so I don't know.
Triple Cup hit on a great point. When they announced the OG backwards compatibility, one of the big games they announced was Knights of the Old Republic remastered.
Yup.
Right.
That was a big thing when they said that. Everybody went crazy because they just to even get Xbox One X treatment, that was exciting. So this was, it's something that definitely going to ruffle some feathers. So I guess they didn't want people to get that credit. I don't know, but that's a big title. That's a big following.
Yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. What about you, Bloody Knuckles? Were you a fan of the old Knights of the Republic?
Absolutely, I was. I remember that was one of the first games I played on the OG Xbox because back then my friend had one. He would come over often and I would play that. I also have it on my PC, and I also went out of my way to buy that game on disc, going through eBay sales back on the 360 when it was originally stated, hey, certain old OG Xbox games could be played on the 360. It is probably one of my all-time favorite Star Wars games because of the fact that it was one of the first games to break away from the canon established in the films and do its own thing. It gave one of the greatest villains of all time with Darth Revan and Darth Malak. It was something completely unique. And what's interesting is that was using a system that I didn't know about until years later. I didn't realize it was on an old D20 tabletop RPG system. I never knew that until I was probably playing it on PC and realized, holy shit, this is actually something different. I was like, and at that point, I was just barely getting into D&D. There was so much about that game that I didn't realize. And it still holds up even now. And to know that they were completely revamping the system, giving it a brand new graphic overhaul and putting it in Unreal 4, it had so much potential. Now, I'm not entirely mad at Lucasfilms. I'm mad because that of how close they were, and they didn't say, hey, look, why don't we work something out? But the thing that I'm not mad about is that they are doing what they have to do legally. And we've seen this with a lot of different companies. Look at Nintendo shutting down Pokemon Uranium when that was done. A real big fan game that introduced nuclear Pokemon and all sorts of other things. But Nintendo is just protecting their IP, just like Lucasfilms is just protecting the Star Wars name. Now, maybe they might come out and say, hey, we are working on this officially. That's why we can't have someone else doing it. Or maybe they're not, especially after the big announcement, a couple months ago when they announced that it was going to be OG backwards compatible alongside, Jade Empire and a bunch of others, that it's understandable why they have to do this. It sucks because as fans and people who are passionate about what this game entails to the history, especially for Xbox and just gaming in general, it's heartbreaking to see because of how much passion and dedication that this team put behind it. They had to go out and at least pay for the license to use Unreal Engine 4. I believe it's free, but I believe it's still a relative cost. But to work on it the way that they have, and know that they were right there close to finishing the project after how long to get this letter, that sucks. And as creators, that's the worst thing to hear, is that they're saying, hey, you can't do anything with this. We need you to stop now.
Yeah, no, that part is true. And, look, let's ask one more question. I'm going to ask you guys just one question. You can just jump in. Do you think that the reason why Lucasfilm shut it down is because maybe there is a possibility that there could be a new KOTOR coming down the line somewhere soon?
Yeah. I believe so, because of the fact that Disney isn't stupid about the licenses that they have. We are kind of seeing the shift in the attitude from Lucasfilms and Disney specifically on how EA's handling the Star Wars license. And there was those rumors a couple months ago that they were shopping around to see about looking at other studios to do one-offs before possibly looking at giving them the license, because we know in the 5 years or so since EA got the license, they put out 2 lackluster Battlefront games. They canceled several other projects. And Disney knows Star Wars is probably one of their biggest IPs besides the Marvel franchise. And,
yeah, but ain't Star Wars getting overplayed, though? I mean, even on the movies, if you think about it, with Star Wars is getting saturated.
No, it's not. If you look at it, there's 11 films within Star Wars. Besides the 8 main storylines, 8 main number titles we have, the only 2 spinoffs we have is Rogue Squadron And then we also have Han Solo, a solo story. And then if you want to count the Christmas special, but we're not going to acknowledge that, it has only 10 films and it's still worth several $1 billion. The only thing that outdoes that is the MCU films, but you also got to think that they're at 20 films specifically. This isn't spin-offs and licensed things like books,
the Clone Wars,
games.
and
exactly. Star Wars has a lot to it with less. The biggest thing that they have is the Clone Wars TV shows as well as Rebels, which have been well successful as animated TV series.
Okay,
Star Wars has a lot going for it. So I believe that if they would pull this kind of move, it is because of the fact that they have something in the works and they can't have anything interfering with that.
Okay, what was you going to say, Lemon?
They also just pulled GoldenEye. Same thing. Dude was working for free. They just did that in the same week.
I read that too. But I was going to make a video about that because I made a video about that last year talking about that they were going to be working on a 007. But the crazy thing about it was that at that time, that rumor was saying that Microsoft was thinking about working on 007 because of whatever deal that they were trying to make with Rare and Nintendo, because Nintendo still owns the 007 property.
Right.
GoldenEye. GoldenEye specifically, but I believe that the rights for anything 007 now goes back to the original studio.
It goes back to the original studio. They had to work with Nintendo and with the studio. So whatever's going on there, that there could be some kind of surprise coming from there. But that was something that I made a video about a year ago. So that was
but to be fair, that wouldn't be too surprising, especially if you think about the deal that they just worked out with that movie studio and Forza, because remember, they have that full James Bond pack with all the Aston Martins based on all the old James Bond cars. So I can see that being a potential thing as well.
Yeah, that's but then Nintendo lost the license to GoldenEye 007, all the James Bond stuff. That's why it came out with the Perfect Dark, because she was actually a clone of the GoldenEye, because they couldn't use the IP of James Bond no more. They created their own character and they just used the same assets. So I don't think they even have to worry about Nintendo at all. If they want any type of Bond property, I think they're just gonna have to just go straight to the creators.
No, you could be right. You could be right, because I think also in that video that I made, that at that time they were saying that it was still under license, but it was about to be expired. So it could be, but yeah, it did say that it also had to go to Nintendo. Something that me and Delilah was saying earlier before the show started was about Halo, and about there was a Halo being made on PC. There was a Halo game on PC where those guys was making like a fan service Halo game or whatever. You want to talk about that a little bit, Delilah?
If you want to, I mean, it was just more along the lines of that there's a kind of a similar situation where Microsoft actually supported the title for a little while, let them release it, and then later pull support when they were able to bring their games over to PC. I mean, that's really the gist of it. So yeah, and so basically, and the one reason why I think that why they pulled that is because now we know that that Halos are going to start going over to the PC. So that all these things could have something to be tied into where they could be making newer games, or it just could be the fact that they could just be like, hey, hell with it, nope, it's our property, you can't use it. So I don't know, man, but it was pretty intriguing. I thought that was pretty interesting story. But let's go on to the next topic, and that is we talking about Forza. Yes. All right. Okay. So Forza 4 has outsold all other Forzas at this point in time, more than any other. So it's up to over 2 million users in the UK alone. Doesn't really know about the overall sales numbers or things of that nature. I don't think it was like most selling. I think it's the fastest selling.
Well, it's the fastest selling Forza, and it's the fastest selling Xbox exclusive. Yeah. So to date,
you said most.
Oh what I was saying, I was talking about it outsold all the rest of the Forzas all the other predecessors at in a week, in a 9-day time. That's what I was trying to say. So thank you. Sorry, but anyway, so it says over 2 million players, which we have no idea what the hell that means, but regardless, I mean, there's a lot of people, and of course there's people that will say, hey, look, that's part of Game Pass.
No, they said excluding Game Pass.
And we've heard a million times that's excluding Game Pass. But anyway, I'm going to go to you, 108. What do you think about this whole accomplishment with Forza? And like, we're talking about a racing game. People were saying just a couple of years ago that racers were pretty much dead. So what does this mean?
Well, at one point in time, they was dead. But I'm going to tell you what it means. Not for a competing console or company. These dudes are outdoing themselves. That's what's the crazy part. It's like they're not running out of ideas from Forza Motorsport to Forza Horizon series. And to see the game that, like back in the days, racing games was kind of dead. To see this game keep evolving and keep people excited. I mean, we all played it at E3. And we was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? This was like a few months after Motorsport 7, you know, and they outperformed themselves. So forget the competition. They got competition within them studios within themselves. And it's like somebody who's a great rapper or a great singer. How do I beat my last album? You know what I'm saying? And this is what these dudes are doing. It's amazing to see. The game is fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm playing it right now.
Oh, see, I know that's right. What about you?
It's very addicting.
Yeah, it's very addicting. What about you, 100? What is your thoughts about Forza and its success right now?
Man, that game, we've been playing it for like, shoot. You've been playing it longer than a lot of us because you got the $1 million edition. So I'm just $1 there and got the $60 edition. No, I didn't even get the $1,000. I got the Game Pass edition. That's what I got.
The food stamp
edition. $10 a month edition.
The assistance.
I'm about to buy the season pass though right now, but
the Obama assistance.
No!
You know what I'm saying? No! Thank God for Game Pass. I save a little, but at least I'm giving them somebody with $44 for this. For the witch card, but no, that game is off the chain. I like the racing. The graphics is crazy. Graphics is crazy. I think I was telling Crappin was doing MMC and it was like, so they asked everybody what you played on. I played on 4K 30. I don't care. I'm like with live. Some games and live and flip, some games it don't feel like you need the 60 frames. The Playground need to get a bonus. That's all I'm saying. Microsoft, get them a bonus because they did their thing.
They did. They got picked up.
Yeah, give them another one because that game. I put this way: the last Forza game I beat was Forza 6. I want to beat this game, and it keep on throwing so much stuff at you. You think you beating it, and there's some more stuff. Think you're gonna beat it again? There's some more stuff. So. You know, the microtransactions we want to hear about none is zero. You got to earn everything. You got to go on the grind.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I'm glad they did that way because you really have to play in order to unlock stuff. So it's
when you see when they got a car now,
they're going to complain that it takes too much time and that they don't want to have to grind out everything for the game. Why can't they just
old school with
if you ain't a 12-year-old or 13-year-old kid like my son that don't want to do the grind because he ain't never been a part of the grind, I can feel. Come on. The game was gorgeous, man. Every week it changes the season, so it's winter now.
It's winter now, yeah.
Oh man, and it changed the gameplay up.
Yes, they like in the game. If it's a certain season, you have certain things you can do within that season, and so like it just automatically show up on your map on things that's related to that season. So you could do seasonal challenges and stuff like that. Man, they did a fantastic job.
I'm gonna tell you what's in here that's crazy that everybody's making a big deal about. I was gonna do a funny video about it. It's not ray tracing, but it surely looks like a lot of ray tracing in this game.
It's about the way they do the lighting, because the reflections.
I'm driving through the city right now, and each building is turning off the back of my windshield. Ray tracing. I don't know.
That's not ray tracing.
And that Forza run, I mean that Halo run, it's
Hey, no spoilers. I haven't played that part yet.
Shit. Oh, you ain't played?
I've been saving it.
I ain't gonna tell you what I'd say it's a Halo run, but it's
really good.
Great. Yeah, it's just like whoa. I played it more than once. I didn't play it more than once.
Yeah, I'm playing as soon as this is over.
I said this is gonna be the first Forza I beat in years. Ain't that what I said?
Hey,
Mega.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But hey, there's something that y'all ain't talking about though. You heard me? Is K Mega said, "Why you know, how it's selling so well. One key thing that y'all never, I was just sitting back to see if anybody gonna say this here, but the key thing, I watch TV as well. I watch Netflix, I watch Hulu. Every time I turn on Hulu, Netflix, boom, I see a commercial. Winter time. And then they'll show Forza. I'm like, now this is what I'm talking about. And then sometimes it's like spring. I'm like, oh shit, they got another Forza commercial. I'm talking about back to back. I mean, like every time I turn on, I'm seeing they promoting the shit out of this game. And when you promote a game and you do what you do like this here, it's gonna sell like that. So the money gonna come in and people gonna play. See, they got confidence behind Forza
that's
Horizon.
fantastic.
They didn't have it
they need to do that with all of their games, though. They need to advertise like that with all the titles. I don't understand. It shouldn't just be for a select few of the popular titles. I mean, put money behind everything. Be confident in everything that you put out. Like treat your
it's almost got like a
IPs
Halo type budget for the promotion.
Right.
Well, so what do you think about? So what do you guys think about Game Pass? Because I think that this is, I think this is like the ultimate advertisement if you really think about it. I mean, don't you guys agree?
Yeah, they said on the commercial. They said buy it or
right.
play it on Game Pass.
They got it all in the store. Even when you go to buy a game, it's in Game Pass.
Yep, they don't even care. Like it's so good. Like
it's a win-win for
God,
everybody.
like
options, baby.
I think it's gonna change the game. Like completely change the game.
That's that might be the killer app for Game Pass. I think that might be the killer app. Because man, on my game list, I kid y'all not. I go down, you know what I'm saying? This is me talking literally. I can call like 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the time I get to 4, somebody playing Forza. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody playing Forza. And I go down there all through my list, and at least one out of every 4 people is playing Forza. I mean, my list is so diluted. I might got 2 people playing the same game and everybody playing something random. This right now, I feel like everybody's like unitedly playing Forza. And that's a testimony for probably, someone from Game Pass, but that's a good testimony for a game to be doing like that.
Right. And that's one thing that I was going to ask you guys as well is like, look, I mean, you know how I love my Sea of Thieves, regardless of what other people may think. And, and State of Decay 2 is a very good game. It's not a triple, neither State of Decay, or Sea of Thieves are AAA titles, but for the first time, this is a AAA title that's on Game Pass. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Like, I mean, is this opening your whole horizon to it?
This is the first time it released day and date, right? This is one of the first. They did the same thing with State of Decay, though. I think State of Decay was actually first. I'm not.
State of Decay AA though.
What
you mean?
These
was something.
But what I meant was
Game Pass
party release like day and date with the game drop. Game Pass kind of deal.
Yeah, that part is true. That part is true.
Yeah, but I get what you mean, like full AAA, full-fledged, high graphic fidelity, all that good stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, this is definitely one of the first ones.
Of the $1 billion franchises, definitely.
Right. So, because I think Gears 4 came out way later. Like it was because it came out before Game Pass. So I think, they just added that into the mix, but I mean, Gears look amazing. Gears 4 look amazing as well. So, but man, all those games, it just amazes me that all those games are in Game Pass. Like, if you missed them, you can jump on them jokers like right now. Like, I mean, even with the Tomb Raider games, like the value for Game Pass is ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. So many people like good games. Yeah,
they got kids with consoles, and you play games too. Get them Game Pass, and you keep rocking out.
Right.
No, it's not even about the kids. It's about the adults too. It's got people that have never even okay, Xbox. You can get an Xbox, then what I'm saying. Let me do my little shameless plug. Give away, I'm saying, a month of Game Passes off the rip. You already got 100+ games.
Yep.
That's true. Yeah.
And they're gonna feel it.
What's crazy?
Let that month run out, and them games cut off.
You know what's crazy is they keep advertising that 100 games when it's like nearly 200 games at this point.
It is.
Like, they keep advertising that. I'm like, why do you keep saying 100?
No, they say 100+ now. They say 100+.
Look, it's closer to 200 than it is 100.
Yeah.
So I mean, they should say nearly 200.
Almost 200. Yeah.
No, they say nearly 200 games. Nearly 200.
That don't sound as appealing as over 100. That's why they use that 1999.
I like nearly 200 better than over 100. Nearly 200 games. 200 games. You ain't gonna worry about the nearly part. You're gonna be like 200 games.
I have to agree with Delilah on that one. Like you say 200 games, like
You like
damn,
200,
Hey, when you
200
said it like that, I was like,
$10 a
yeah,
month.
yeah, that
You ain't gonna think
do
about that.
sound better.
I majored in marketing, baby. Let's go.
Oh,
No,
Know what it
Yeah.
is.
I live,
look
I
at that.
live,
Okay,
I
so
live for the market. What's
just
good?
add up. Just add up. Let's see. 10. Just add up $10. I mean 10 games, and look. You know what I'm saying? Just add 10 games up at $60, or you can even
$600+ because if you just
like
yes.
and you have, and that's just 10 games. You saying 100 to 200 games available for you for $10.99. That's a crazy selling point. Plus the fact that there's going to be more and more games coming on there. Like once I heard about this, I knew that this was going to be like, wow, like this was going to be huge. I know, I understand people are reserved about stuff.
See,
and
think about it. Game Pass was even appealing before they decided to throw their AAAs in there, or they first parties in there. It was already a great value. So that's just icing on the cake when they decided to do that. And it's crazy day and day. Like I never thought I would see that. Like I don't have to go out and buy the game when it drop. I can just download it on Game Pass and boom, I'm playing with all my friends. Everything's there. It's not like it's missing content. Man, it's fire. They changing it. They changing things right now.
And this is coming from me, who was not going to get it in 100, and K-Mega was like, "You bugging?" I said, "Oh, I buy everything day one. I ain't buying that." As soon as they mention first parties, I'm in.
Right, right. It's like it's not so much just the first parties though. It's like even the deals that they second party deals that they make, because Sunset Overdrive is in there too. Like Rise is in there too. Like it's so many great games. It's in Game Pass. I don't know. I can't. I can say that 1,000 times a night. And
even if
what's one of the hottest games that people talking about? Devil May Cry 5, right? You can go play Devil May Cry 4 in Game Pass.
And DMC.
Yep.
And DMC.
Yeah.
What's crazy?
Where you gonna get that? Where you gonna get that from anyone else?
People don't really talk about the point where, okay, you got Forza Horizon 4 in Game Pass, and then when you go to buy the content, you get the discount on top of that because you in Game Pass. Nobody talks about that. All you see, all this passes, cars, and everything, you get like 10% off. So you're not even paying that $50 or whatever it is, $30.
Oh, dang it! It's Forza 4 is winter, so that means that island is unlocked. You know how in the spring, like that river is not frozen over, so you can't get to that island in the middle. Well, now that it's frozen over, you can get to that island in the middle of the map.
Right.
Did y'all notice that?
I noticed that you can go over the river, but I didn't know about that part. Yeah,
there's an island over there.
I'm over there right now. Let me do that.
You're gonna have me playing it tonight, so I'll be right there. But yeah, that's the thing about it.
Games that is on games for a service, and that's what that's called.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's called games for their consumers. They're trying to teach your consumers, like, hey, you can play. And then I like how they do the Netflix. They took the Netflix thing, how some games might come out and they'll throw something else in.
Right, and that's more incentive for you to try them before they leave. You're like, okay. And they tell you well in advance that they're gonna pull a game. They're like, this game's not gonna be available next month.
They got dates.
Play them now. You know what I mean? That's right.
And that was another thing that I was going to say. What 100 was advocating to was, like he got it on Game Pass, right? But he bought the DLC, and I wonder how many people have done that. Like, they still feel like they got over, but this game is so good to them is that I'm going to buy this DLC, and I get the discount on top of that because I got Game Pass. And then eventually, when they see the price go down lower, they might just go out and buy the game outright if they decide that they're going to take the game out like in about a year or so. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I just think like what everybody is saying, that this is a great service for everybody, man. I really do.
I haven't seen nobody that complained that paid for it.
Right.
I had a couple, but they just like to complain about everything.
Who haven't even tried it is the ones that complain, which blows my mind. It's like, have you tried Game Pass? No. Well, why are you complaining then? Like, what's the problem?
Especially the ones that pretending and be balling on a budget.
Ooh.
Oh, you
don't do that now.
Hey, don't be messy.
Don't be messy now. We've been doing it right. We've been doing it right tonight. Don't start getting messy now, Libby. Don't do it.
I'm sorry.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, man. Let's get on to the Knuckles. Did you want to say anything on this, or you just want to move on? All right. Well, let's get on. Let's get on to the next topic. And that is something that is very interesting to me because I've seen this, and I'll be in the DMs with a couple of PlayStation guys, and they, golly, boy, they die hard. Or, sometimes you think that they're trolling, but these dudes are like some real serious PlayStation dudes. So it's all good, right? And so we know that Red Dead Redemption is coming out here in a couple of weeks. I'll be doing a giveaway here after the end of the show. Please stick around because I will be talking about a giveaway for 2 different games. I will be giving away Soul Calibur and Red Dead Redemption, but I will get more detail about that at the end of the show. But okay, anyway, so Red Dead Redemption is coming out, and that's on the PlayStation as a marketing deal. Well, COD is out, and it's on a marketing deal as well. But COD is all of a sudden gotten all this praise and love and all of this. And it's actually in an article saying that it's the most anticipated holiday game more than even Red Dead Redemption. It's the hottest game right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's on a list. I mean, there's been other YouTubers and other people that's posted this out that showed this same article.
Y'all wrong.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, they're saying COD is doing this. So I'm going to go straight to you, Delilah, and ask you this question. Now, COD is out. It's got high reviews. 9.5s, 9.3s. It's getting great reviews. This almost makes me want to pull the trigger on it, right? Do you think that COD could eventually outsell and be more popular than Red Dead Redemption 2?
Man, COD is a beast, but no. I'm sorry. I think Red Dead Redemption got a lot of things going for it. Number one, I mean, it's got the single player aspect, so people who are not adapt to multiplayer are going to be able to jump into that game. I mean, this is Rockstar we talking about. This ain't no little rinky dink, development studio that's just throwing that game out. This is Rockstar. I mean, come on. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is still selling right now, still in top 10 as far as selling. So, I mean, I definitely think it's going to do better than Call of Duty, but I don't know, man. A lot of people, like, normally I would get a Call of Duty, but I'm like, don't want to have a multiplayer only experience. Like, I want to play the campaign. That's what I enjoy it for. So, I mean, I know I'm a small percentage, but no, I think it's a little bit different.
Okay. All right, cool. What about you, 100? I mean, do you think that that COD is going to go ahead and outpace, you know what I'm saying, be more popular game than the Red Dead Redemption 2?
It's kind of hard, but it's a lot of Red Dead. I ain't a fan of Red Dead, but I'm a realist. People saw that Red Dead they showed was going off, and they saw all that. I think it's going to take a lot of steam from COD. COD had... One second.
One thing I want to say is this. To let you know how big Red Dead Redemption is, you got developers moving their games because of Red Dead. No, anybody moving their game because of Call of Duty.
Facts.
I'm just telling you. But,
facts. COD moved because of Red Dead. COD moved because of Red Dead.
Bullet points. Right. Good job, Delilah.
Keep going, 100. Keep going, 100.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah, but it's I mean, Red Dead got like I said, I ain't one, but I was shocked. I even was tempted to even hit that pre-order button, but I didn't because I talked too much mess about it. So I ain't gonna. I don't know. I might get it, but COD got his fans, but Red Dead got something that COD don't got. Red Dead got a story. COD got nothing but some damn online, free for all. Let's go play some PUBG, Fortnite type of shit. That's all they got, really. So for $60, so I think people will put their $60 towards Red Dead.
$119, bruh.
Huh? Oh, $119. I ain't paying no $119 for no COD.
And you forgot about
I hear people. Oh, see, I don't know. See, that's why I ain't bought a Call of Duty game so long. I buy it for my son, but I don't know what it's on. I just give him a gift card, and he let him buy it on his system. I don't play it. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be more interested in Red Dead. But Red Dead got so much. How can I say that going on? Got that red roll. You know what I'm saying? Got that you was watching Back to the Future, and they had to go back. You know what I'm saying? Go back in time. And it was on that red road. That's what Red Dead is doing. Because every time they show something with Red Dead, the interweb blows up. I'm talking about catches fire. Everybody liking COD because it's the best. It got the best battle royale now because you got look all that money that you got. EA got all this money that back it up. Activision got all this money. They didn't rob us all these years, so they better do something right. But it is what it is, man. If y'all want the Call of Duties, y'all go do the Call of Duty. I can't tell you what to buy. It ain't my money, but I say go buy Red Dead before go buy Call of Duty.
Yeah, man. What we got an all-star crew well in the panel. I mean, not in the panel, but in the chat. We got the Don came up here. We had Showstopper here. We got Megatron up in here. We got Flip Money. We got Jazzy Noop. You know what I'm saying? We got Group. We even got
the whole squad is assembling tonight.
Watched by the best.
You know what I'm saying? Sleepy Goblin. What's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Slick Slayer. We got, man, thank you guys, man. Even Live Wire that's out there. Little Lethal Papa. Man, thank you guys for coming out here and rocking with us tonight.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And Bloody Knuckles out there talking in the chat. All right.
Bloody fingers on deck, baby.
Got the magic fingers. Got the magic fingers.
Fingernails.
What the fuck? How the hell am I getting all these damn nicknames? First, I got Twitter fingers. Then I've been called Bloody Wikipedia Knuckles. Like, what the fuck?
You are still baby bot to me. Don't
you know what? I'm getting Mel on your ass. She's gonna cut you.
She will.
No, we gonna nickname him.
Yo, X-Spot, you in the chat? If you are, tell Mel that he's picking on me again.
Mel supports me. Her and Lady Foxfire votes for my gameplay every week, man. And they shot me out. So big shout out to them. Anyway,
don't matter that she won't cut you for talking shit to me.
Stop it. Anyway, so
come on, Gummy Bear.
Come on, Dale. I know
I'm
so soft. I'm so soft and juicy.
Somebody gotta cut somebody. Infamous ain't here.
Infamous ain't here.
I said nothing on that one. That's them.
All right, so Triple Cup. What do you think about this, man? I mean, do you really think that it's
y'all know? First, I mean, you ain't got to go no further, kid, man. You ain't got to go no further. You know.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm not a thirsty person. I live around water. I got a grip into this. I do not like Call of Duty. I always said Call of Duty is for kids, Battlefield's for the ground folks. I'm a ground. I play Battlefield. Other thing is no way possible Call of Duty gonna do anything near Red Dead. One thing people gotta realize: Call of Duty is just like Assassin's Creed. It comes out every year. Fatigue will happen. Second of all, matter of fact, Rockstar, they releasing games every 5 years. 5 years ago, it was GTA. 5 years before that, it was Red Dead. So this means Red Dead haven't came out in 10 years. Man, just think about that. The people that's thirsty like me, man, want to get on some cowboy hustle, get on the gun and just ride around town, just jacking people and stuff that Lemon was saying. Man, I kid you not. Stories like that only could come from games like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that out of no Call of Duty. Call of Duty is just one of them games you get on like, okay, I'm going to pick it up, play. Okay, your mama heard of this game, so she going to get it for the son. She just throw it in the basket. He want this here because that's what everybody get. But this year here, mama's going to be hearing Red Dead. You know what I'm saying? Grandpa might be looking like, I like me some cowboys. They might get into, older people that's playing games now. They watch the old westerns. They got people that actually watched John Wayne movies when they came out. You don't think they're gonna play Red Dead? Man, they got a whole genre of people that have not been touched yet that's waiting on the game like Red Dead. There's nothing else out there that could touch that genre. Sea of Thieves, nothing was out there to touch that genre. This is a whole genre to itself. Call of Duty, you got competition. Red Dead is a genre by itself, and it's the biggest juggernaut since Grand Theft Auto, and it's gonna be that way for the next 5 years. Gonna be in the top 10 to the next Grand Theft Auto come out. So it's a 10-year cycle with 2 games, and they give y'all free DLC forever, and they're gonna keep people involved.
And the game still gotta be good now. Like,
damn, Chuck, we gonna call you Wyatt Earth. Hey, we gonna call you Wyatt Earth around this motherfucker.
Did y'all play that? Did y'all play that first one?
Let Chuck have his moment, man. Let Chuck have his moment, man. You know what I'm saying? Before Knuckles get in there and get started.
Yeah. Right, man. Did y'all play that? The first one, the second one, y'all would call it. But man, fuck it, spoiler. When I seen how it ended when his wife and stuff, it hit me to my heart. And then you came in, son. I said, "Oh, they got more to this game." Then they say I didn't know this personally because I was out doing my own, my thing, and they had the Undead Nightmare part. My cousin said, "Look, that's a whole nother story. Play that." So now I said, "I'm gonna wait till this other Red Dead about to come out, so that means I can play this shit, and then I can get, get myself back, ready. So when the other new Red Dead come out, I'll be already the guy warmed up for it. So I still got Red Dead to play. I could run around. I could play Red Dead for hours just hunting animals. I know they got a story that's gonna be good. I run into a bank, chasing a train. Man, I watch Hell on Wheels. I watch every season. And when I watch Hell on Wheels, I said, man, when they come out another Red Dead, please be a fan of Hell on Wheels. That's all I want you, because y'all know, y'all can't lie. Grand Theft Auto, they jack a lot of stuff off of these gangster movies and they put it in there. But cool, that's what I want, and that's what they giving us. So on Red Dead, they're gonna do the same thing. All these westerns we've been watching, this new western that's the Hell on Wheels, they gonna take all that robbing trains, building train tracks, building your community. Man, they have stuff we might be able to play poker with each other. Man, just think about it. We on the game like, man, y'all want to play Red Dead? Yeah, man, shit, what y'all want to do? Shit, man, let's gamble. We get in there, we playing poker, and money I'm making out for you. All types of stuff they gonna have in this game. It almost have infinite possibilities. Y'all can't y'all saying it might not have a good story, but masterpiece.
You know what that means?
Time up.
No. You know what time that is? No. You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to have to come out with a time up. But you good though, Chuck. You don't ever go hard like this, so you are allowed. Knuckles is definitely going to have to get a timeout button. But that's
what the fuck?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. But anyway, big shout out to
Encyclopedia.
Hey, that's why. Hey, my boy Fonzarelli. My boy Fonzarelli's up in the house, man. What's up with you, Fonzie? But no, keep going, Chuck. You got anything else to say, or you done?
Man, apparently it's on Bloody Night.
Chuck out of oxygen. He's out of oxygen.
He's out of oxygen.
Diving, man. I don't need oxygen. He said hey, before I drown, I'll grow gills.
Yeah, all right. He gonna get some spurs. He gonna get some assless chaps.
You had a leather vest on.
Yes, he gonna be sitting in Wild West.
Man, hell no, man. We talking about realistic. I'm gonna be in my box.
All right, calm down there, Will Smith.
The Wild West. Oh man, that's cool, Mo D, man. You young ass. All right, sorry. All right.
Doing the most.
Used to live downtown, 121 Street.
No, stop
it. Okay. All right, Delilah. Okay, do you think that this article has any bearings? I mean, does this mean anything that they say that COD is more anticipated than Red Dead Redemption 2?
You already asked me, but it's all good.
I'm going to ask you again because I forgot. Chuck went so hard, I have to ask you again. One more time.
No, my bad. That's that passion.
I love it.
What I said was that Red Dead it's got too much clout, and so I think by it being made by Rockstar and by it being so, very anticipated by everybody. Anytime Rockstar releases something on Twitter, it almost breaks. You know what I mean? Come on, it's just that popular of a thing. So everybody's gonna pick it up when it drops. So yeah, I think it's gonna outdo Call of Duty.
All right, 10108. Let me know.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. First of all, you're talking about a game that's annual. Okay, every year.
Facts.
That game don't have no legs compared to this game. On Call of Duty's greatest selling moments, it don't even sell half of what Red Dead or Grand Theft Auto sells. That's a joke. This game will evolve more in the first year than Call of Duty will do in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Because once that game passed that yearly, that annual, they done. It's over. They on to the next one. So
they gonna be better than the next Call of Duty next year.
The only reason this game is highly anticipated because the previous 4 Call of Duties was garbage. Let's just keep it official. You know what I'm saying? They sales fell off, and this game has made a bounce back. The game is great. The game is good, but it's multiplayer only, no single player, and you can't put it in the same ring with a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? That's like Mike Tyson fighting Mayweather in his prime. Mayweather dead. That's all. Can't compare these games. 2 different beasts, man. 2 different beasts.
Yeah, I hate the comparison as well, but whatever.
Yeah, I do.
Different beasts.
But that's exactly what it's been thrown, and it's been thrown out, and so there's this You know, I don't know.
Conversation, but we all know what's going to happen.
Part of the conversation,
right? This Red Dead is going into the next generation with upgrades. Watch, you heard it here first. It's gonna get that PlayStation 5 and next Xbox enhancement. It's gonna keep rolling. That's what's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you. Well, that's if PlayStation has backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying?
I think they will. That's something that we're gonna get into here a little bit later. All right, so 100, man. What do you think about this, man? Do you think that?
I already talked about it.
Oh man, see, I forgot, man. I never heard Chuck threw me off.
Man, you are way messed up right now. Like, what's going on? Ask everybody except live.
I was going so fast.
No, I didn't ask Knuckles. I didn't ask Knuckles.
No, you didn't ask me, but you were sure taking shots at me.
I did.
That's because you Twitter fingers.
Horrible host tonight. Anyway, okay, Knuckles, let's go, and then I'm gonna go to you live next after this. Okay, Knuckles. So
you keep talking, Lemon. I'm gonna straight fucking Spartan kick you in the chest, bro.
Whoa, this is Knuckles.
My pinky finger longer than your leg.
Hey man, somebody going time out pretty soon. Come on now.
Yeah, time out.
You're doing it live. Pull it up there. We doing it live. All right. Okay, so what do you think about this?
Hey, you talking big, man. Wait till
hey, man, let's go to E3 is gonna be hey, E3 2019 gonna be the problem. Knuckles is coming hard. Then, woo, I can't
you know
wait.
What? Anyway. I'm just gonna turn into K Mega. We know how Knuckles act like that.
Stop it. Don't you do that.
All right, now I'm definitely Spartan kicking you in the chest.
Hey, that was my money.
Hey, you remember that film Friday After Next, how they kicked that fool? That's what I'm gonna do to you, bro.
Ooh, all right. So Knuckles, come on, let's reel it back in. What do you think about this article? Do you think that this has any standing whatsoever?
I mean, here's the issue with it. Call of Duty is always a big seller because of the fact that it's the most casual friendly game. It's gonna do numbers, there's no denying that. And while it may outsell Red Dead in the initial run, it's not gonna do the numbers that Red Dead's gonna do over time. Because look at what GTA did over time. GTA had been waiting years before 5 came out. And think about this. Red Dead 1 was such a big hitter, but the thing is, it had no attention. It came out, was loved, but it didn't get the amount of recognition it did because there was no advertisement. They have actively pushed this game more than they did GTA 5. They've given this every moment to shine, every piece of gameplay, everything that they can, and it's made everyone lose their collective shit. Remember, when they made the announcement first, all they did was put out a picture with the Rockstar logo and a red background, and everyone went fucking nuts. You don't see that for Call of Duty, ever. There is no way that Call of Duty is going to outsell Red Dead. Like I said, it'll sell numbers fast, but remember, with Call of Duty, it's only what's done within the first month. After that, the game dies out within 2 months. If anything, after that, it's a bunch of red box specials and what the people get on sale at fucking GameStop or Target. Other than that shit, it's not going to keep going. GTA 5 has been in the top 10 selling games for the past 5 years across 2 generations for a reason. It is the game that has sold over 100 million copies, second only to fucking Minecraft. Red Dead is going to do numbers that will be inconsequential to anyone else. There's a reason a Rockstar is known as the Rockstars of the industry because they have the talent to back up their shit.
Okay.
Next.
All right. Woo, man. All right. Livewire, man. What's going on with you? You're late as hell, but that's all right. Well, we gonna you better give me some good explanations of these topics. What's going on, man?
Man, I got kidnapped. Basically how it goes. Yeah.
Kidnapped. All right.
He was held hostage. No, held hostage. That's what you call it.
Okay.
All right. Baby, you always late.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? What's your thoughts about this whole? Did you even know what the topic is? I need to ask you.
I'm getting the gist is who's gonna sell more Red Dead or COD? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah. Who's gonna have more sales overall?
In what time frame?
Oh Lord, have mercy, boy! Just answer the damn question so we can move on.
That's important.
Just is COD going to outsell Red Dead Redemption 2?
Overall, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's that easy.
Why is that?
Because Red Dead, COD is going to die off next year when the next one comes out.
Way before that.
Way before that. Okay, so
it'll die by January. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, well let me make it a little bit more interesting then. Okay, will Red Dead Redemption 2 do better than COD between now and the beginning of the year?
Nope.
Maybe, because COD is always people jump.
Hey, Mega, we gotta pay the bills.
Okay. You know what? It depends.
What?
It depends, man. It depends on how much you can get it for. It might be cheap at some point, so you might see a lot more sales for it. Like
I don't see Red Dead going cheap. I'm
talking about COD.
COD will go down, but
Red Dead's gonna be like $60 for a long time.
Black Friday, I think Red Dead will go down maybe $20.
The GameStop is gonna be selling the used copy for $55.
Let me tell you something, man. First of all, COD has not been the same in 4 or 5 years. You all remember that last COD, not the one before World War II? Which one was that?
Infinite Warfare.
Do y'all not remember in GameStop they was giving that shit away for $1 because they couldn't get it out the store? So did y'all not forget that? Because it didn't sell?
I don't know. I wasn't in the GameStop. I haven't been in the GameStop in over a year, bro.
It was $1.
I didn't know that.
If you bought a used game and Call of Duty, you got it for $1 for about 3 weeks.
Infinite Warfare. I know it was on PC. It was like $3 to get Infinite Warfare.
Did you ever see Grand Theft Auto go on sale for $29.99 for like a day, and then that's it?
That's it.
$60 right now. They can't feel $60.
Yeah, that game is a generation old, and it's still
it's a different beast. If they didn't have that blackout mode, which Call of Duty is a good game, and I own it, but what I'm saying is, if they didn't have that blackout mode, compare it to PUBG, nobody would have ever thought about comparing these two games ever. Not where Call of Duty is in the state it's in right now. Right. Stop. We are thinking about Call of Duty on 360 and PS3 era. The Call of Duty of this generation, it sells 15 million. It used to sell 25 million. People say, oh, Call of Duty's not selling. It's not selling compared to itself. It still sells. But let's just not get crazy. Grand Theft Auto 5 is like 100 million, and we don't know what this gonna do. It's not in the same category. I'm sorry.
I agree.
It's not.
Don't they come out every year? I mean,
every year.
I know it's different development. That's ridiculous, man. I hate games like that. Besides for Madden,
they should be annual.
Well, here's the thing: people got to remember.
And that 100. Remember on the same page. That should need to be a subscription.
Chuck,
remember, Call of Duty need to be a subscription.
It's yearly, but they do have different studios doing it. So each one does have a different feel, but it's still an annual thing. So I don't know how here's the thing. I don't know how Call of Duty doesn't get hit by the fatigue aspect from people, whereas they felt it with no. But people don't complain about franchise fatigue from Call of Duty like they did with Assassin's Creed.
But Assassin's Creed got completely corny.
But I'm saying is that it's a double standard. People were
Assassin's Creed is dope now, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
But they had 2 years.
No. But remember,
about single player and multiplayer. That's
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the fact that it still was doing the same thing because there's no major iterations between the games. Assassin's Creed was at least building upon itself and adding a lot more. Call of Duty added what? Oh, we're going to do a slightly different time period with maybe a few tweaked guns, but everything else is still the same fucking shit you see.
No.
We're going to reuse the same set of maps across every goddamn game.
Sports games, same thing. Why they keep selling? It's because it's multiplayer.
EA is talking about
they want to bust somebody's ass. That's all.
All right, let me pay the bills, guys. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Cyrus Burke. He said, what's good, y'all? I'm going to spectate these sales. He says, I won't throw my hat into the ring on this one. Okay. Hey, look, I mean, it's just all speculation. Nobody
that's because Cyrus Burke is a fraud. I'm watching you, boy.
Yeah. So, I do want to hit my boy Cedric because I was trying to explain to him what my level was on Forza.
Careful with that, man. Bloody, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Bloody, relax.
Boys, you know
Yeah. Relax, Bloody. Come on, man.
Cyrus Burke is my guy. Watch it.
Yeah, Cyrus Burke, good people.
Whoa! I'll fight each of y'all. I know Cyrus.
Oh, okay. You know Cyrus. All right, that's cool. All right. Cedric was asking me. He said, "What level was I in Forza?" And he wasn't understanding the point that I was trying to make. He's 129. I'm a 76 prestige. I've already maxed out the first level, and I'm prestige till 76. So yeah, I'm way past the Goliath stage.
You gotta toot K Mega's horn. We don't want to hear that, K Mega.
I just wanted to show that I play Forza.
Not only my Forza, you live it, you breathe it, you eat it. Yo, we know.
No.
You here bragging?
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not bragging. I promise you. No. Somebody was asking me. Cedric H was asking me what level I was on Forza.
Get your boy.
Hey.
Come on, don't do me like that. I'm not trying to brag about nothing. I was just telling him that prestige. I'm level 76 prestige. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Showed us how beneath him we are.
Oh, stop it! No, I'm not.
Y'all nothing.
I didn't do that. Don't be like that.
I'm dreaming of cars and they're appearing in the game.
They are. I'm dreaming. Got the castle. The castle is life. Ain't that right, 100? We got that.
Man, you see that car he made? You seen the car he made?
Oh yeah, the PlayStation car. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, you should see Don's car. Don got a limousine saying "Make America Great Again." He got a Trump limousine rolling around.
Got some
messy. Messy.
We got some bills from Cyrus Burke.
Kanye West.
I want you to read this one, K Mega. This is a good one.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Pay the bills.
Hold on. I got it. Oh, damn it. Y'all got me. Go ahead.
I'll be happy to read it.
All right, go ahead. Read it. From Cyrus Burke.
Bloody would get this work if my fucking beta code of Jump hit 1 to
did what evaporated thin air. He says, I'm being 100. Seriously, unfortunately.
Hey, Cyrus, it sounds to me like you making excuses, boy. I don't see you coming after this. Come get this work. Come get this work, boy.
Hey man, you can't be fraud in public. You better not say no shit be evaporating in the air. You better come with it. Don't be
yeah. What happened to that email you posted up saying, "Oh yeah, we go get this," and then suddenly it disappears? Yeah, you full of it, Cyrus. I know you, boy.
Oh man. Anyway, y'all are messy. Anyway, 100 bailed out. All right, yeah, but me 100, man. We kept racing a lot, so we was over here saying we saved enough money to get our to get the castle, man, to get the $50 million castle. Boy, you got to do some racing, Jack.
Yeah, now all of y'all accounts and shit. Whatever.
So these cats was over here telling me all their businesses. Be like, listen, man, we got these businesses over here. We go over there and check these fools every once in a while. They got to pay their rent. Otherwise, we gonna come up and start tearing up their shop. I'm like, what kind of shit is this?
I don't even want to play my game. I'm cutting it off. Y'all just
all right, man. Come on, let's get back on topic. Y'all being salty, man. Let us do our work. Anyway, so let's get on to the next topic, man. I know. So let's get to it. Let's talk about it. I know everybody want to hear it. And that is the PlayStation PSN. And finally getting it going. I know everybody on this panel is excited because everybody on this panel got a PlayStation 4, or maybe everybody. I don't think everybody got one, but I know. But for the main part, look, you can name change. People can stop harassing me about my situation that happened in 2010 with the damn shit that happened with the what is that shit? Where they took my money, the hacking situation and all that.
You think you can name change now?
Well, okay, you can name change now.
Some games is what I'm reading.
Okay, hold on.
I gotta say
let me read this. Before, so we can get everybody's perspective on this. And we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep it right. We ain't gonna be too messy tonight. Well, maybe, but anyway, come on. Let me read this. All right. This feature is compatible with PlayStation 4 games originally published after 1st April 2018, and a large majority of the most. Okay, come on. Let me finish this.
I'm sorry.
All right. Okay, let me read this again so everybody can hear this. Okay, this feature is compatible with PS4 games originally published after the 1st April of 2018 and a large majority of the most played PS4 games that were released before this date. However, please note not all games and applications for PS4, PS3, and PS Vita systems are guaranteed to support the online ID change, and users may occasionally occur issues from errors in certain games. If any reason you experience issues after changing your ID, you can revert back to your original ID for free at any time. You will only be able to revert once during the previews program. Reverting back to the old ID will resolve most issues caused by ID change. In addition, when this feature officially launches, a list of compatible games published before April 1st, 2018 will be provided on PlayStation.com for reference before you make a change. So, all right, so I read this. And so what I want to do is I'm going to go to the lady first. And I'm going to ask you, is the PlayStation name change, and I know this right now is just the beta, is this worth the cost of people waiting 2 generations for their name to be changed?
It's like, what kind of infrastructure do they got to where this?
Oh shit! Don't do this. Don't do it, Delilah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Delilah, if you don't do it, I will.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not. I mean, it's weird because it's like, dude, it's just changing your name. Like, what kind of infrastructure you got to where you can't break a game or have errors for just changing your name? That's a problem. That's a problem.
I mean,
what kind of infrastructure is that? Like, maybe I don't know. What is it sequel? I mean, is it?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Is it Oracle? Is it Oracle? I mean, what's going on? What's the problem?
PlayStation is giving out the opportunity for people to change their names. You should be happy for this. I should be happy for this.
Oh yeah, okay, fantastic. If your name is like Boo Boo something and you really want to change it, then by all means try it. But you can lose some games. Like I mean,
but y'all. Well, why y'all so surprised about this? They still go down for maintenance.
100. Okay, listen. We can't go left tonight. We can't go left.
I'm just saying they still go. What other major entity goes down for maintenance? Do your cable provider goes down for maintenance?
Power it up.
Oh Lord. Okay.
They're going down for maintenance. I don't know why you're surprised. I wasn't surprised by it. I actually laughed about it.
I got a little bit of facts here that I could throw out here. So the motherfucker Wikipedia wants to hop in on this.
Why are you cussing so much?
Because I'm hot today.
Because he's been drinking.
I have been drinking. I did say I was
pretty finally hit 21 and don't know how to stop.
No, here's the thing. I know how to stop. I choose not to stop. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, you don't drive it.
Got a baby 100 in here.
He ain't nowhere near. He ain't never mean. I'm original.
Here's the thing. Here's the issue. Here's the issue with what Sony established, right? So when they first set up the PSN network, the way that it was coded was the fact that they tied the security codes to your individual ID. So that means if you ever change your ID, it would have to change the entire security code to their network. That was the issue. So you couldn't change it without it having to affect everything else because it was going down a list. Whereas,
why did you stop inpatient information?
I don't know. Ask Sony that one. Here's the thing. What Xbox has been doing, what Microsoft has been doing with theirs is that your gamer tag isn't tied to a specific set of numbers that's set through. No, they use 32-bit SSL encryption that uses a hexadecimal coding. That's why you can change your information gamer tag at any time. But the thing is, it's going through a continuous RNG machine. That's why your information is protected, and it's not tied to your specific ID.
Bloody, you know that the average American don't know what a hexadecimal is?
To talk about it, you gotta speak.
I had to go worry about it.
Well, that's why I said it's a glorified RNG machine that constantly keeps changing the.
What is RNG? You gotta explain to the people what is RNG.
Cares about that, buddy. Nobody cares about that, buddy.
Or the layman.
You gotta put it in layman terms.
A random number generator. So that means that
more layman.
So let's say I change my name. I call support. So you expect me to hear all that and be like, okay?
No. Hey, look, I just said I was busting out the Wikipedia. I didn't say I was going to be able to break it down for everyone, but if you want me to dumb it down, so
dumb it down.
Delilah, here, Delilah.
This ain't USA show.
Let's be clear. I understand all that. First of all, let's be clear. I understand all of that. First of all, let's be clear.
I know you do.
But go ahead and
explain it. I understand
it too. But I mean, come on.
Hey,
I know
everybody understand it.
But to the audience that's trying to like, what the hell are you
That's what I'm
talking
trying
about?
to do, but no one let me speak. God damn it. And they wonder why I could never breathe.
God ain't had nothing to do with you talking about hexadecimal.
Oh my God, no, God. I'll just say, damn it.
Come on now.
I'm trying. Okay. The way that it works, the way that the system was originally set up is that it has what Microsoft uses called an RNG or random number generator. So it's constantly changing the number that's associated with your ID. But on Sony's, it gives you a preset number that cannot change without having to completely re-render your whole new ID. So, Delilah, if you joined Sony's network and your security code in their network was set to 625AA and you changed your name, it's not going to be able to re-render a new code. No, it's going to have to make a brand new one, and that's going to throw off what's been preset in their system, and that's what caused a lot of their issues. It's because of how the coding was set up in their network that's causing that issue. And the fact is here that, one, I swear it's a joke because of the fact that they said after April 1st, 2018, like, I don't know how more of a joke you can be, but they said that only some games are going to be compatible with it before that were April 1st, 2018. And they said only the most played games. The most played games are going to be single player games because not a lot of people were playing multiplayer. And how hard is it to change a simple name?
Hold on. Most played games on PlayStation is multiplayer and it's not first party. Facts.
Yeah, that Call of Duty.
So Bloody, you trying to tell the world in layman's terms, Sony needs some more software engineers. So what they doing with all this money that they get from PSN Plus? What's up with they get with all the 80 quadrillion consoles that's out there in the wild?
I'll tell you what. Yoshida and Mark Cerny are swimming in a big old pool of money, laughing at everyone else.
No, what they doing with their money is supporting the Blu-ray division.
Oh yes, that too. No. The rest of the money is going into their failing movie division. That's what it is.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, Bloody. All right, so I'm gonna go to you, Livewire, and I'm gonna ask you this question.
Word.
Okay, all right, cool. I was just making sure because I got to go to you. Our Donald Trump be out there doing stuff, be messing with Melania and Ivanka. We don't know what the hell you be doing. Talking to the Russians, we have no idea what the hell you be doing. But so anyway, just make sure you pay attention. So, so with the PSN situation, and you've been hearing all this,
yeah.
Is this something that you could feel comfortable in wanting to spend money to change your name on?
It's risky. Especially from what I'm hearing about it, it's risky as far as like what games is compatible with. That just sounds crazy in itself, man. I was just talking.
It comes with a stipulation. I'm sorry. I'm bad.
Yeah, I mean, this is like coding 101, right? Like, anybody who knows that there's good code, there's bad code, there's fucked up code, right? And if you have a code that's, y'all hear me?
Yes.
I just got real. I heard barking in the background. Anyway, so like I was just talking to one of my engineers. Was it Thursday? We were just talking about like basis of like when somebody has a bad code, and then what they do is instead of scrapping it and starting from the beginning and like making sure it's clean, they just put band-aids on it. And then they build a good code on top of the bad code. But the problem is, even though you have from after you initially put the bad code in, you put pretty solid or good code in, that bad code is fucking you up on the back end. So you're gonna have to go back and either scrap the whole thing and
refactor that bad boy.
or you're gonna have to go in and figure out how to fix it. But the problem is, the new shit that you put in tends to not be compatible with the old shit, especially if it's real old shit that didn't have flexibility. So that's what the issue is. So they're trying to put band-aids on, or you was paying band-aids, wood boards on a leaking ship, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But at some point they're gonna have to just scrap that shit and then start from scratch. Similar to like what Microsoft did at the beginning of this gen when they redid everything for Xbox One. Because everybody was bitching at the beginning, like, yo, why this shit don't work? 360 work, this shit don't work, this shit broke here, this shit broke there. Why the fuck all this shit broke it? Because they put in some new shit.
Right. That
because the old shit
blew everybody off. Windows 8 was not the lick, man. Windows 8 was
that was garbage.
It was horrible. It was trash.
Windows 8 was built for tablets.
Right. It wasn't
Windows 8 was built to get thrown in the trash. That shit was more worse than Windows 2000.
That was in between.
That man blue screen of death. No.
Hey, Windows 2000 lasted longer than Windows 8. Windows 8.
You had no choice.
Jack, it was gold.
Man, no, man, y'all can have that Windows 2000.
You got to look at the era. I'm not knocking Microsoft for what they did. They was trying to blend tablets and PCs at the same time.
Right.
That was the era they was in. Okay, all right, move on.
Okay, move on. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so basically, Triple Cup. What do you think about this? As a person, I know that you don't have a PlayStation 4, but let's just say that you had your name changed. You had a PlayStation 4 or 3, and you had your name, and your name was Little Cup Chuck or something shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When you came Triple Cup, right? Little Cup Chuck. And you want to get on the PlayStation, you want to bust some heads, but Little Cup Chuck doesn't sound hard like Triple Cup Chuck. So, does this sound like this is safe to you? Because you got to pay that. You got to pay. It's free for that first time, but you got to pay that $9.99 afterwards. So what do you think, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you a true story. Mm-hmm. See, I had to listen to I'm gonna give a shout out to She Wolf because she the one that told me I need to just do this. I need to stay uniform as shout in
GKB She Wolf. Yep.
Yeah, both of them. Mm-hmm. My people. You know what I'm saying? I love them to death. They was one of the first ones that ever showed up. But
yeah, they're good people, man.
Yeah. So my name was Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm talking like this, but all my stuff had different names on it. But my gamer tag, I was just being stupid, funny, making a joke of it. I said, shit, my name gonna be the Butternuts. So just imagine.
hey, it's okay. My boy Punk on himself. The Ding-a-ling King.
The show might be over right there. That's it. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Hey.
Oh my God.
It's a real fruit though. It's a real fruit though. That's why I thought it was funny.
Tell the story, bro. Tell the story, please.
Hey, it's a real fruit. Go look it up. It's a real fruit. So they can't do nothing about it. Butternut.
Butternut.
Hey, stop doing let him finish the story for crying out loud. I'm tired of hearing it over and over. Come on, finish the story.
My mic, I can't do this.
Nah. I know. How old are we? Let's go. Finish the story.
Everyone's dying. We can't help it.
Boom. So about it did on PlayStation, I've been fucked right now. So but I'm looking kind of glad for the PlayStation Nation to be able to do it. But I feel like you, Delilah. I really do feel like, what the fuck do they have going on? Is they spying on you, watching you, seeing what you're doing for it to be so hard to just change the name? Because all you have to do is copy and paste the information to something else and then move the name and be able to add names. I mean, you don't have to go into all the coding, just cut and paste it. That's all they got to do. Or just change the look of it. All we want to do is just see the name. And the coding could still be the same. Just make what is shown different. That's it. Put a coat of paint on top of it. That's all. And that's all they need for a name change. So I don't know why they haven't did that yet. So I think, some conspiracy theory. I put my tinfoil hat on.
No, that's cool. I just had to get over that name for a hot second. I'm sorry, man. I had to.
I had to too, man. That shit crazy. That's why I did that shit was too hilarious.
You know what? Hold on. Y'all gonna really laugh on this one because I was challenged by my homeboy, my Spanish homeboy Mike Pardini, right? And he was like, "Hey, man, when I first got on Xbox Live, and he was like, I bet you."
How you gonna say another dumb name? Please
yes,
tell me no sin.
yes.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? He said, I promise. He said, I bet you won't take. I said, man, I'll do this name. I don't give a damn. This is video game shit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I jumped online and stuff, and I got harassed by so many people because they thought I was a chick, right? And then when they heard that I was a dude, they was like, "You a dude with a name like that?" So my name was Brown Chew Toy 24.
Actually did that. I'm done. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Go stand in the corner.
And then I got to do a big shout out. I have to get
in this room.
Hey,
I think so. I'm really starting to think so. I'm really starting to think so.
My homeboy betted me, right? So, big shout out to Big Kahuna.
This is like tell our lame Xbox Live and PSN name story time. Come on, man. Change the topic. Let's keep it moving.
I will, but hold on. But I just got to say this. So big shout out to Big Kahuna because when Kids Move was like, hey, man, you need to get into YouTube. And so I was like, all right, I name my channel, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Brown Chew Toy. And he was like, and Big Kahuna's like, you bet not. He said, you bet not. Change your
because your boy, you said it's your boy, it's not your friend.
Right. Well, no, Who didn't tell me to do that name, but it was Big Kahuna was like, don't you do that. Because when people look at your name and play with you on the game, they're gonna wonder what the hell's wrong with you. So I said, all right, man, I'll change it. See, that's the thing though. So if that's the thing that we're talking about. So if you with this new stipulation with PlayStation now, with PlayStation with the PSN name change, if you change your name from AKA Little Cup Chuck or Butternuts to Brown Chew Toy, and then you want to jump in and you want to be Triple Cut Chuck K Mega, then they ain't gonna know who you are because your name is gonna be, it's not gonna be recognized by other people if you're playing certain games that's not highly popular, or especially if the PlayStation 5 is going to do backwards capability. I think that there's a lot of gamers out here not thinking about that. If PlayStation 5 does backwards capability, and we kind of figured that they're going to do maybe some PlayStation 3 games and PlayStation 4 games, how is that going to work? That means you're going to lose your trophies. And for so many of these trophy hunters out here, what's your achievements look like? What's your trophies like? You gonna change your name and lose some trophies and lose that? Stalking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. That's a fail. Well,
I ain't got no trophies because I had to change my name. You know what I'm saying? If not, I would have had a million trophies.
Right.
Yeah, that's just
right.
People out here and they keep blaming Sony. You know what I'm saying? Let me just tell you the history and give you some bullet points. First of all, Sony didn't want to jump into the online.
You said blaming Sony or supporting Sony?
No, they're blaming Sony for the name change. And Sony at the time with PlayStation 3 really and PlayStation 2, they really didn't want to jump in full steam ahead. So what they did was at that time and frame, they had plenty of money. So they went out there and bought a company called GameSpot. Put them on the back burner. GameSpot did their network side of the service. They didn't do a Microsoft and say, listen, we're going to build these infrastructures of servers. And Microsoft started off with 2. Look at my channel. You see they got a whole planet full now of Azure servers, but they didn't want to invest. Azure, my bad. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to invest like Microsoft did. Neither did they have the money because each one of those servers are $12 million a pop. So what they did was they stuck a Band-Aid on the situation, had a third-party company do it. Yeah, they bought them and they own them, but the third-party company is in charge of the online side in terms of how it run, the network code, the infrastructure, the servers themselves. So whenever they go and talk about online, they have to go to these people and say, listen, this is what we're doing. Then they turn around and bought Gaikai for the streaming service. And somebody else, I can't think of the name right now.
Online. On
live. There you go. So now you got 3 different entities coming from 3 different departments trying to work together to fix a simple situation, which is really not a simple situation because it wasn't built from the ground up for PlayStation. They all had a separate situation going on, and this is why we have this confusion. My thing is, after reading what I read this week on changing my name, I'm not doing that because it's not worth it. And then they didn't even go into say, if you change your name on PlayStation 4, does it affect PlayStation 3 and Vita? They didn't say that. They haven't clarified that yet. But what they have clarified is, we don't know if this is going to work for other games. We're going to put up a special list. I'm not doing that. I'm going to leave my name the same.
And I think
PS.
And I think
it's not worth it.
The reason why they want people to be to speculate and to not want to do it and just stick with what.
But it's not really Sony's fault. They didn't dive into online. Microsoft dove into online. It is their fault. It is their fault. You should have known better. It's partially their fault. Partially. What I'm saying is Microsoft is visionaries. Remember, they came out with the OG Xbox when everybody had dial-up. A little bit of people had DSL and cable connections. They came out with the OG Xbox with RJ45 cable only.
Nobody had RJ45.
Nobody had that. Microsoft saw the future and said, "This is the future." And if we got 10 people playing Halo,
they're doing it again. And it's like they always a little bit early. Like sometimes they miss the curve. Like they had Cortana out way before Alexa, and they're like, it's just like. Because with the Connect commands and everything like that, that's what Alexa does.
It was the first ones with a smartphone with a stylus. Wasn't Samsung.
Windows phone.
I owned it. Windows CE on that phone.
It's called Windows Mobile at the time.
Yeah, but
look at their music service too. Look at what Zoom did.
But what I'm saying is, in a general basis, Sony was not prepared because if anybody remembered the days of Game Fan magazine, the Sony president went in that magazine and said, if Microsoft can come out with a system that's 5.1, goes online with voice chat, I'll eat my underwears. I'm still waiting for him to dice that up because they don't think ahead. Microsoft is a visionary. Apple is a visionary company. Samsung's a visionary company. You know, if Sony knows something is good at that moment or maybe a couple years after, they'll go with that. But 10 years down the road, Sony don't think like that.
Well, that still makes them their fault. I mean, you should have people. I mean, it's no different than when people make the same assumption about Sony's advertising against Xbox advertising. Like when Sony's are visionaries when they're about advertising, they know how to advertise, right? And when you praise Sony for that, for the way that they advertise, and we talk down on Microsoft for how they've been advertising this generation, that's no different, in my opinion.
Okay.
You're a business. Look, I can understand if they were new to the game, if they've only been into the video game world for maybe 5-6 years,
right?
But they've been into it for damn near 30. There's no excuse for that. They should. There's only 2 reasons why they didn't make these changes. One, because they didn't want to spend the money. They don't give a damn. The money, or 2, they just looking at what's right in front of them. And they just they're bullheaded, and they don't want to change gaming to move forward. And for that reason, for me, is that you should blame them for that. It's a name change. You can change your fucking name on anything else. Anything else. Why is it that you can't change your name properly and not go through these type of hassles on the PlayStation? That's all I'm saying on that one. That's all I'm saying on that.
I agree. Here's something I want to bring up too, because since we're talking about how they're so behind, they've been behind on every step for the past 3 generations. Well, they had memory cards on PS2.
Not on sales, you Xbot.
I don't give a fuck about that, because why was it that Nintendo was doing backwards compatibility with their virtual console first? They were the ones who kind of pushed that before, and Nintendo gets a pass. But as soon as Microsoft pushes that forward, suddenly backwards compatibility is a bad thing. But they could sell us old school mini consoles, and that's perfectly fine.
Well, hold on. Backwards compatibility was never with a problem with the public. That's PlayStation people saying
exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
And not the fans.
Xbox, PlayStation fans, they're going to do it right.
The fans are not saying that. That's the executive saying that. They'll tell you you don't want to play backwards compatibility and sell you 3 different remakes. That's an old game.
And that's what I'm saying though, is that while on the PS3 you were able to make and play old PS2 games until they did the reversion of it. If you remember, if you had the fat version, you could play PS2 games. But as soon as they made the slim version and the newer version, they said, "Oh, well, it's not able to scan old PS2 games anymore, so you have to get it." Yeah, you have to do
Fat Boy 60 gig version, not the 80 gig, the 60.
Yep, exactly. And then remember, 360 had the first hard drives. Well, the OG had an internal hard drive. The 360 had the externals that you could swap out with no issues. That was before we started getting, external hard drives that we see nowadays.
Right.
And
but
not only that,
hey, Xbot, don't listen to this, you Xbot. Listen, PlayStation's I can play free games without having behind a paywall, Xbots. Watch, you can talk all you want to, slick bot.
Messy.
But this is the thing, what's going on right now. I can play Fortnite, Warframe, H1Z1, all of these games, bots, for free.
Oh God, I'm done.
And you know how you respond to something like that? You just be like, okay.
Okay. All right, cool.
I'm gonna do that.
Thumbs up. But here's the thing.
I get an L for that? Hey, man.
No, not you.
PlayStation
no,
fanboy.
I know you did spot on, but that's what I'm saying. It's just in general they get an L on that. But here's the thing. Not only that, what is now commonplace was also started by Microsoft. Remember, during the 360 era, Microsoft was the first ones to push DLC as well as downloading full digital games. You didn't see anything else coming from PlayStation until the later half of the PS3 generation, getting ready for the PS4.
All right. Okay. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next topic. I personally, do anybody want to touch on that still with the PSN name, or we moving on?
No, please, God.
Woo! Brown Shoe Toy 24, baby. I represent.
Praise the Lord. We don't move on.
Yes. Brown Shoe Toy 24. I'm not ashamed of it. Mike Cardenas, you bastard. You talked me to do it. I did it. Now I'm on it. K-Mega 4-5 was born. Stop it.
Easily influenced.
I was drunk when we did it. All right, let's keep it pushing.
I think you've been hanging around Z and Kratos a little too much.
I know. I got to stay away from them frauds. Anyway, so let's get on to it.
No.
Hey, Z was I cannot look, man. There was we was on the BGST DMs, and Z, he was playing some kind of weird named Japanese game. It was a side scroller. I forget the name, like Gonum Hotum, somewhere. It was some crazy name, right? And so we was like, what the hell is? Yeah, that's what he was playing, right? But he's gonna blame and say his daughter was playing or some shit. Like, we caught you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You on that box.
Sure.
You on that box. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? He signed up those pony prayer packages. He's got to sit there. He better get back. He better get his ass back on there.
Prayer packages. I'm using
the pony pair package. That's exactly what he signed. He got to all praise to his Kratos. Anyway, so let's get on to it. That's my boy Z. Love my boy Z. Anyway, so all right, let's get to it. Xbox, right? Acquirements. Now, Delilah, of course, I've been going to you first a lot tonight. I'm going to go to you first again, and I know that you have your concerns, right? So, the whole Obsidian situation, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Xbox and everything else that they've been doing, going to Japan and all of that. But let's first talk about this acquirements. There's the Obsidian situation. It is everywhere that it's 90% done. There was a couple of little stipulations that was going on. Also, maybe something that you didn't know that from other sources that they were saying that the one reason why it seemed like it was kind of stuck, because they've been in negotiations for a while, was because Obsidian said that they want to have 200 additional developers because they want to work on other projects other than just one. So, are you still believing that Obsidian is going to be acquired by Xbox, or do you think that this is a bunch of hot air?
I don't know. I don't know what to believe at this point. I've been hearing it from different sources of my own. Like, I've been hearing mixed messaging. So I don't know. I mean, I think they're trying to put smoke screen up because in case it does fall through and don't happen, then maybe they kind of save face if it doesn't go through. But man, if it does happen, great. I think it's fantastic. And if they do want to have two teams, then by all means. I mean, you know, from the games that they've created in the past, they got a fantastic track record. So I feel like I would trust them to be able to expand their team and to spin it up and make great content. It's just like, man, wow. Irvine, California about to be the mecca for like game everything. You know.
Yes.
And that's where some of the top talent is located. I mean,
well, they're from Canada, I thought.
No, they're in California.
They're in California? Okay.
The initiative is also too. So it's like, man, they're gonna really be poaching and grabbing top talent within that area. So, I mean, if this is true, if this happens, like let's say on November 10th, Microsoft goes on stage and like, yeah, we acquired Obsidian, and then maybe they announce another studio. But it's like, man, that's going to be huge for them because it definitely fills a void in the Xbox mantra in their portfolio right now that they do not have like a true RPG development house. So I feel like this is like a win-win situation for both parties. And if they want to have a second team, they want to spend that Microsoft money to have another team to work on more than one game, then go for it. I mean, I look at Obsidian and I just look at the truest thing I can think about, like I mentioned, when it comes to Obsidian, is that they deliver games. Like you don't ever hear it about them, you know, being in development hell and never releasing a title. Like if you go look at the games that release every 2 years, something's dropping by them. So they're gonna release it, whether you know they gotta patch it up prior to release. But they consistently deliver their titles, and I think that's what Microsoft is looking for. They want not only do the games come out with great Metacritic scores, but they also deliver within those 2-year mark that most games deliver within. So,
okay, all right. I'm going to go to you, Livewire, and I'm going to get your perspective on this. Before then, I also want to add to this is that on top of the information that was given so far, is that that it's pretty much 90% done that Xbox is going to acquire Obsidian.
Are you only basing this 90% done based on the Kotaku article?
No,
saying 90% done. I only heard that on Kotaku.
No. This is from Killebron or whatever that dude's name is. He's been 100% accurate on everything.
I've only seen that at Kotaku. I've only seen that.
No. This is not only from him. This was put on.
They got it off. But all of them got it from Kotaku.
Well, okay, but no. They didn't get that from Kotaku. They got this from that dude that was on Resista or whatever that damn site was.
Reset Era.
Yeah, and that dude is now on Twitter, and he's brought out a hell of a lot more information. You know what I'm saying? I've been on this shit. I've been checking this out hardcore, and so also,
like I said, I hope it's true. I mean, if it's true, fantastic.
Is this guy more trustworthy than Z Huge?
This dude is not. This dude has been completely accurate. He was the one that was bringing up the acquisitions beforehand, before anybody even thought about him, and he was 100% correct. He has been on his shit, and he was getting lit up in that chat forum where he was. I've never been there. I've heard of it, but I've never been in there. And so he's on Twitter now. So anyway, he's also brought out more information that was a part of the situation, because the dealing was that Xbox is not only going for them for Obsidian, but they have 2 to 4 more studios that they are requiring right now. So, Livewire, what is your thoughts on this? Do you think that there's any validity to this? Do you think this is all crazy? Are you nervous about this, or what? What's the hell's going on?
I am very concerned.
No.
I think Microsoft is doing too much. I think they're spending way too much money.
Man, they got so much money, man. What are you talking about, bro?
No, they're worth more. They're worth more than Google.
Let me tell you something. Microsoft can say, "Look, we spent only $1 billion on gaming," and they feel straight.
Listen.
They're a trillion valuation.
They can't just buy up all the companies.
They're not gonna buy everybody. They can't buy everybody.
Okay, well, can they?
They can make smart investments, though. I think this is a smart investment.
They can at least call Sony up and ask them if it's okay. Do they mind?
Oh, you
stop it.
Y'all actually
listen, bot.
Can we buy Hellblade, please? No, not Hellblade. Can we buy Ninja Theory, please?
Listen, you X-Bot. Listen right here. Listen. PlayStation has dominated this whole generation, and you're begging for games, and you're begging studios to come to Xbox, and they're telling you no, X-Bot. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, see, the thing is, that's what I don't understand. They should want Microsoft to compete. Like, don't you want them to compete? That's when we get the best stuff. We get the best games when they compete.
They don't want competition because they can't afford to buy multiple games for multiple consoles. I keep telling you. It's a financial thing. You think if everybody could go out there and just buy all these games, they'd be mad? No. But when Christmas time come, the holiday season got 12 different titles.
Game Pass.
They like, oh, wait a minute. I gotta pack bags at the food market to get me some content. I'm not doing that. That's why they hate us.
Oh no.
Oh no. Multiple consoles. Can't wait till January and February. All these games drop. Dudes scratching their head. Damn.
People actually think that Microsoft is broke. Like, that's the part that's just
who thinks that? Who said
man, look at the chat. Look at your chat.
I'm not. Bruh, really, somebody in the chat saying Microsoft is broke, and I sit there and I posted something on Twitter that said that they're making more money than Google now. Are you kidding me, bruh?
Yeah. It's like if you think about the Xbox division making more money than PlayStation, even though the PlayStation
they keep mentioning Crackdown, right? And
they can drop money on anything and be perfectly fine.
They don't hear that.
When Crackdown gets shown at EXO, then
they said it ain't gonna get shown.
It's.
They said Halo. My bad. It was Halo.
Halo.
I apologize.
I'm like, don't be coming in here to start that.
I apologize.
I said, did you just get your pony pair package? Is that what happened?
Package.
I say
I can't never see the pearly gates of the PlayStation Nation. No, I can never see them pearly gates. I'm going straight. I got a direct line with a bottle of gasoline to Xbox hell.
Well, what happened was me and 100 we saw like a little copy of that PlayStation contract, man. That shit is serious. Because they do something. You got to take one of them PlayStation things and put it somewhere, and
oh my God,
he was like, Lord Jesus, that's just too extreme. I don't know how these dudes out here sign these contracts knowing that they got to put that stuff where
Now there is factual information that Xbox did try to go out and try to buy PlayStation a long time ago. I think when they first started.
Yes, earlier. They didn't want to do Xbox. They feel like it was gonna be so much. It's like we could just acquire PlayStation. PlayStation wasn't having it. And here we are.
Phil is in charge now. We don't got to worry about nothing.
What trips me out though is like Xbox. To let you know how much money they got. The original Xbox was like burning through money, and they still was able to stay within the industry. Like that should tell you everything you need to know right there. If they want to try something and want to win at something, they're gonna put money behind it. And so that's why I feel like all these acquisitions and the whole E3 and announcing the studios is setting them up nice for the next generation and for the future, because they're gonna be able to build their portfolio out and say, look. This is what we got. These are the studios making what, and things are gonna start flowing in. It's not gonna be happening tomorrow or next year. And so when I'm looking in the chat and I see people like complaining about this or where this at or where that at, it's a new regime. They're getting started. They're getting setting the foundation. You got to have a foundation before you can build a house.
Facts.
So it is what it is.
Oh, wrong Coliseum wasn't built overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The pyramids of Giza wasn't built overnight.
Right. Yep. No, that's exactly what the situation is.
They own horn last generation with a little bit of studios and winning. Now they got a reality check, and now you shouldn't want to wake up the juggernaut, baby. Sometimes you got to, pay homage.
Well, it's not so much about Xbox was winning what PlayStation is doing right now with third party marketing deals and insane advertisement. Like, I mean, when you watch Transformers, what was it? The first Transformers movie, right? You seen Xbox in the movie. that resonates.
Remember
like,
that?
I remember that. Yeah, like when the damn Mountain Dew thing turned into a transform, or when the little Xbox turned into a little robot, like that makes you know right there. See, like that's the one thing. Like, look, I'm not a fan of Don Matrix of how he treated the Xbox One on his way out. But when he was in charge of the 360, he was a marketing genius. The man knew how to market. The way that they, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they had the perfect strategy on wanting to making people to want Xbox. This is what's going to happen. Look, this generation is pretty much a wash when it comes to the advertising aspect. So now, but you see where their money is going. They're acquiring studios. So I'm I believe all of this information. I don't know if it's going to be 4 additional studios, but I damn sure know that Obsidian is going to be acquired, and there's there'll probably be 2 more. I think Iron Galaxy is going to be the other one, and I think that they'll probably and there'll be another, and I think there'll be a Japanese studio.
Man, don't say that. I'm sad now. You talking about Iron
okay?
Galaxy.
I'm gonna talk. I got sources too. It's called the bottle. It's called the whiskey. And they told me, I'm like, Delilah, I'm waiting until XO. If they say it come out, it come out. I can't get hyped on something that I wrote.
Right.
It ain't set in stone.
No. I mean, look,
I'm not gonna get hyped. I don't even want.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Listen.
Pure speculation. Hold on.
Wait.
Where's scale about that, bro?
Hold on.
Hey, whoa. Delilah. Didn't you talk to Phil and say that he just said it wasn't good?
Okay. Well,
yeah. Okay. So hold on.
That's different. That's different.
Delilah, didn't you give me the same energy when I told you the same things about Playground game, that Xbox was going to acquire some studios, Playground games, and they were going to acquire
that was easy. Look,
hold on.
Wait. The Playground games when it's easy to predict.
Oh, Delilah, you giving me that same energy though.
That was real easy because you already worked with Term 10.
I did not. You did. You told us. No,
don't give him that.
Don't make me pull receipts. Don't do me. Don't make me pull receipts because you know I will pull receipts.
Let's get ready to rumble.
First of all,
the same thing.
No, I did it.
You got to show me proof, man. And I said, okay.
I
will send you the videos, bro.
Okay.
Don't do
it. But I'm gonna put this way, just because multiple. Just because I'm like I say, I'm like just because multiple outlets is reporting it, I got to see it set in stone before I even talk about it.
Because things have fallen through before.
Yeah, you never know. You talking about this, and like I say, I don't know. See, I told you my sources is the bottle, and the bottle telling me to hang on before I start sitting there. We got Obsidian, and look at that. What y'all?
Look, I can't confirm.
He going right now.
I'm not. I just start drinking
shit. I can't confirm anything except for what I've been reading the reporting about the 2 to 4 extra. I don't know about that. But Obsidian, I'm pretty sure about that. I mean, Tim Dog.
I hope
pretty confident.
Tim Dog going hard. Yeah, I'm confident in it.
If it's what you
Tim Dog is part of it. Look, you know what? Look,
I want to say
God of War. I did this with God of War. I did this with God of War. I said,
what happened with the Xbox Secret Sauce though? What happened with that?
DirectX 12 is
what happened to the what was it? What happened to the NFL game? What was the NFL game supposed to come out?
Hey, that was
Joe Montana football.
Hang on.
I went on BGST. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that.
But all right. Let me point something out. Hang on.
Let me put your videos up. I listen to all y'all. Don't get it twisted.
No, go ahead.
Rent a PC.
At least I'm on your side.
The rent a PC is coming. I told you.
Oh my God. Delilah, I'm on your side. Delilah, I want you to know I'm on your side, but I want to point out some facts here on what we stated and what we know and the possibility. Delilah, when we first started talking about the rumors about this about a month ago, did we not say that we would like to see if they acquired any studios that we would like to see Obsidian.
Yes,
was that
absolutely? I agree.
But that don't make it a
no. That don't.
Right,
that
exactly.
don't. That don't.
Because
hang on, everyone chill
It's
for a second.
opinionated, right.
I know, but I'm getting everyone's thoughts on it because of the fact that I want to point where everyone stands. Now we all here were excited at the possibility. Now we're seeing that possibility may come into a reality. However,
problem is we need the problem is what I'm saying is K-Mega's talking like it's already fact.
No. And I get that. That's what I'm saying is we need to temper ourselves. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm trying to say.
At that point, I look at it like it's misinformation.
Expectations.
And see, I look at it like it's misinformation because it's rumor. Like you need to.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and I'm trying to get everyone to understand. We have to temper ourselves. Yes, these are speculations coming from a lot of people within the industry.
No. Let me pull out the E3 predictions.
But it has.
Let me pull out the E3 predictions.
I know, but hang on, girl. I'm saying it has not been confirmed.
Mega defeated.
Here's the thing, though.
Bloody versus Delilah next.
Hey, I'll take that any day. But look, what I'm saying is that yes, he is making it seem like it's set in stone. We all want it to be set in stone, but as of right now, we all have to temper ourselves because it is still just uncertainty. This is secondhand hearsay, but we have to also look at the potential possibilities if this does, because we're already seeing a few things. At the possibility. Hang on, look at this.
I agree with you. I was just telling K-Mega to preface it with this is a rumor because he's talking like it's fact. And
I said this.
Hey, I got this. I got the perfect analogy.
That's why I'm being the mediator. This is why I'm
Delilah.
And being unbiased right now. That's why
I'm Delilah. I can
hear you, 100. I can hear you. What's up?
Hey, Delilah, I got the perfect analogy. What happened earlier this week in the NBA? We thought Jimmy Butler was gonna get traded to where?
Nobody cared about.
And it was supposed to be Listen, it was supposed to hang on, but it was also hang on. This what made me. It was almost hang on. That was supposed to be remember a 90% done deal. And what did happen?
Stop it!
No.
Stop it! We out here.
See, y'all ain't getting it. See, y'all don't want to listen. Y'all ain't got
what I've been trying to say is this.
Knuckles, no.
Is that with the no? I'm just trying to clarify.
No.
No. We're done.
No.
We're done, Knuckles. We're done. All right. We're done. Next topic, last topic. We've got to get the hell out of here. All right. So, Albert Pinello. He came out and he said, so he came out and he was throwing a little shade, right? And he wasn't throwing shade at Microsoft. He was throwing shade at the people that's been out there hating on the thought about innovation and especially about the xCloud. So let me read a couple of things of what he said. All right. He said, whenever there is a discussion about a revolutionary new technology, it amazes me how people come out and say it will never work. Yet when it does work, these people either disappear or move on to the next thing that it will never work. Just saying. Ooh. So he keeps going, right? He says, I've been in this business for over 20 years, and I've been lucky to work on things that would never work, that are now part of our everyday lives. Building the future is hard. Being a naysayer is easy. Ooh, I love this shade. Last, he says, the fatal flaw in how people evaluate these revolutionary steps is to assume you are the consumer. You are a customer, but there are many, many people who have different needs. Instead of thinking about how it might work for you, think about if it might work for others. Now, Rob Pinello came out and threw a lot of shade and like he just walked off with his pimp hat. Like, I mean, look, this part right here where he said, look, he says, yet when it does work, those people either disappear or they move on to the next thing. Don't that sound familiar with anything that we hear in these gaming streets? Listen. So I'm going to ask probably our biggest naysayer here, Delilah, and so basically with the xCloud and rent a PC and all these things I've been coming out and saying, Robert Pinello has just came out and said why you have to be a naysayer when these things are coming out and these things are working. Predator, he's out there in these gaming streets. He has got the Google Cloud, and he has been working on it, and he's come back and said that shit works, and it works well. Why is it that Xbox can't do the same thing? Give me an explanation, please. You can't give me no explanation.
You'll never find.
Listen, when did I say it was a naysayer about xCloud? I don't remember that.
What I'm just saying, just about. I'm saying a naysayer about.
I posted about it on Twitter. So Rent a PC was something that you talked about.
Rent a PC,
where people was getting their PCs. You already know what I'm talking about with that. Like,
I know.
xCloud, I believe that it works. I believe that they just got to optimize some things. I think it's going to roll out and be fantastic. Plain and simple. Microsoft ain't playing around with this. They know that this is the future, and this is where they put their money and their investment. We saw all the server farms in the video. They would not release a video talking about that feature, and then it didn't work. Like, come on. They trying to get that thing under 10 megabytes per second.
It said 5 megabits per second.
Oh, it's common denominator.
Google is common denominator.
Okay, common denominator. Okay.
Google is 25. Google Stream is 25. Yes. I posted about it on Twitter a couple days ago. I'm definitely not a naysayer. So it trips me out because I feel like you misrepresented me on that. Like, I'm not a naysayer at all. Like, I feel like
I just wanted to throw shade at you because you just wanted to
I know you did. It's all good. And it's like,
love you.
I think that Microsoft, they own this. I think they already know it works. They've already showed other people that it worked, and I think they just got to iron out a few things. I think they got technology down because they've been innovators when it comes to things like this.
And they've been working on it for 10 years. 10.
So I think
it's not no fly by night.
I know that 108. I know that Lemon was talking about
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA Shield, right?
NVIDIA works right now. It's just they try to charge by the gigs that you use a month, which was just ridiculous.
And people use PlayStation now, and they, I assume it's okay, but this is on a whole other level.
It's terrible.
What I'm saying is that, like, that's a step. That's a step, though, right?
That's like playing with a joystick with dead batteries. Mad button lag.
I got it. I get it. What I'm saying is the fact that they selling that service. They literally selling that service. So it quote unquote works enough for them to sell it. And so you mean to tell me that the infrastructure that Microsoft got with all of the server farms and the infrastructure that's in place for them, that they can't get this working? Get out of here, man. They are wild if you think this doesn't work.
All right. Well, what do you think about Albert Pinello? He's not even a part of.
Albert Pinello he can rant now. He can say what he want to say now. He's not muted now. He can say whatever he want. You know what I mean? I love it because he's speaking nothing but truth. He's like, look, he worked for so many years. He's seen the innovation. He's seen them put things in place and seen, all these things come to fruition. And so he just speaking his mind on it. Like, look, I done seen from point A to point B. I mean, come on. I love it that he's unmuted. I love that he can say what he want now. It's fantastic. I'm like, they should have let this dude speak from the jump. He would probably shut a whole bunch of other things down if they would let the man talk. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. It almost made me wish that they would rehire him because not because of what he said, but he's free and he's speaking and he's just I love that, man. He's always been a solid dude. Even when he was with Microsoft and he had the gag, I just didn't understand it. But Triple Cup, what do you think about Albert Pinello's statements about the xCloud and just about innovation? About how many people always knock the PSVR, the Oculus Rift, the cloud, all of these innovation thing, Game Pass. Why is it that so many people always kind of knock what's part of the future?
All right, like with me, if somebody came and asked me about this xCloud, first thing I'm gonna say is ready. I mean, that's just off the dump because they finna bring this out now. They've been, like you said, they've been working on it for years and years. Now, I look at it like people don't realize Microsoft, everybody can agree Microsoft is always ahead of the curve. They always ahead of the curve.
Yep.
And I mean, the only thing they got to do is kind of like take whatever they coming out with ahead of the curve and just kind of smooth it out over a small period of time. Not much, just a small period of time. Just smooth it out a little bit and they'll be good. Like with this xCloud, that's why they kind of bringing it out. And they were, talking about the cloud, and they kind of like stopped talking about it. They kind of died down because they want to kind of make it like a smooth entry. They don't want to just hit you with it all at once because they see every time they do that, people backlash at them because they don't really understand. So you kind of break it down in small little pieces just so they can start getting an understanding of it. And when the pony is pony, understand the most Xbox thing, then you come out and say xCloud is ready.
Yeah, like if you think about the video that they released too regarding this xCloud stuff, they had to put in that video that we're not replacing your console because people will be all up in arms about a streaming service. Oh, it's scary and trying to put negative connotation with all this. Don't do that. Let innovation happen.
So is the premium situation. This is just.
I'm like, just imagine this. Imagine all of us game clearly, right? Imagine going to E3. You don't even got to take your console, and you can just plug into your Xbox Live account, play your game, go back home. Your saves in the cloud. Like, come on, you don't got to take nothing but just your phone or a tablet, and you can play your games and get back on your flight. You home. You got to take nothing with you. But you get back home, you can still play your console on your big TV if that's what you like.
Facts.
I don't see a problem with it. I don't. To me, it's a complimentary feature.
It is. Hold on. There's somebody there, the Christopher guy. He keeps saying, okay, he said the cloud may be innovation, but Crackdown 3 was show the power of the cloud.
Let me say this. Okay. He keep mentioning Crackdown 3. It has a release date. Would you give it up? Would you give it?
He can't give it up.
They don't have the Last Guardian, which didn't have a release date for almost a decade and skipped generations.
Oh my God, he keeps saying it. What about Crackdown? He said it like 18 times in the chat. Right. Bro, it has a release date. Relax.
What about that PlayStation 2 game that Knuckles just said? That was a PlayStation 2.
Oh, you talking about with the possum?
Last Guardian.
Okay. Let's not even go there. Let me kill that. Hold on. No, Knuckles, listen, stop. For this is the thing right here. This is the thing that pisses me off the most, right? Because the most people that are coming here, because there was somebody, this Eric dude that kept talking bad about Sea of Thieves. If you don't like Sea of Thieves, you don't like it. That's fine.
Play it.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm not mad at anybody that don't like Sea of Thieves. But let me tell you this. This is why I know that the cloud is real. We went on, me, Don, Delirium Blades, and our other boy, man. We went in there and we was playing Sea of Thieves, and I haven't played the Sea of Thieves in about maybe about 3 weeks, almost a month, because of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and then we got and Forza. Anyway, so the thing of it is that Sea of Thieves looks so much more impressive with the water, because you go to a whole nother plateau in the Forgotten Seas, the water turns a different color, like crystal blue, and the waves clash even harder. Like, if you don't believe in this cloud, you're kidding yourselves. We got a little glimpse of the cloud on Gears 4. And if you don't have the Xbox One X, I feel sad for you, because if you will see the true potential of what the cloud does with Gears 4 and DirectX 12 with Gears 4, how that game looks totally different. And I know this firsthand, because when my Xbox One X messed up and I had to take it to get fixed, and I was on the Xbox One Fat, those games are totally different. They don't even look the same. They don't even have the same technology. It's crazy. Like, so when you play Gears 4 and you see how Gears 4 looks like on the X with some of the cloud technology, and that's a smidgen. But when you play Sea of Thieves and you see how those water effects, that's when we say that water, though. Look, I understand it may not have the content that you like, and you may think that it's dog shit, whatever. That's fine. But I'm telling you, there is something there. That game is a beautiful game, and it's a marvel It's a marvel with the technology. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Knuckles. Say what you got to say. I just wanted to make that point. I had to.
No, I get where you're coming from, and what I was trying to get to the point of is that the xCloud is absolutely a thing, because one, they have the infrastructure. They're putting money. They've stated how much they are trying to put into infrastructure globally. We know that this is a possibility, and it's so easy for them to incorporate it. Like Lemon has brought up, Lemon has brought up in the fact that streaming on Android devices such as phones, tablets, all that is possible easy now with the NVIDIA Shield. Think about this. This is something that people fail to understand. The brand new Xbox controllers that are coming out now have built-in Bluetooth capabilities. You don't need anything else. All you have to do is connect it Bluetooth wirelessly to your device, sync to your Xbox Live account, and be able to stream. Just like they made it easy to be able to pair your controller to your PC to do that wirelessly without having to use a wireless dongle like you had to do before. It is something that is straightforward. They've made it so streamlined. Once they have the infrastructure set up, it's done. There is no extra needed bullshittery all the way around. It's already there, and people aren't noticing the little things that they have set up already to prepare for this move. They are making all the moves in little ways that people don't notice it until they announce what they're doing. And everyone's just like, well, this isn't going to work. It's like, no, it is, because they've already set up all the pieces for the final domino so that way they can just knock it and it all goes straight through. That's it. That's what people don't understand.
I'm going to tell y'all this. Something that nobody talked about. Microsoft finna get into the game round that people want to get to. And you don't got to buy no hardware. They finna get into the handheld game. And that's what it is. And it's with your phone or your tablet.
That's right.
And that's what they get it without buying any additional hardware. You already spend $1,000, $1,200 on your damn phone, so why gotta go buy something else? So they already said they already working with 4G and 5G.
You know what's crazy? All these YouTubers and these future protagonists and all this bullshit kept talking about, yeah, they're jumping into the business with a handheld. Well, y'all was kind of right. The handheld you got in your pocket already. They're not jumping into nothing. They're using what you already got. Good job, 100.
Yeah. And then what if they even integrate Mixer with it too? So you can stream for your phone with the Mixer app and all that other stuff, and you can be sitting at lunch like me. I'll be bored sometime. You know what I'm saying? I forget. I ain't an early morning person sometime when I gotta go to the office, and I'm like, dang, I want to play some Forza. I could be sitting there playing some damn Forza when I ain't doing nothing.
Live wire sleep, bro.
Yeah,
wake up, homie.
No. Ejecto seat.
Damn, Live is gone already.
There you go.
Every time.
Every time he gone.
God
I
damn.
tried. I'm a bad.
I got his ass.
People watching this.
Good. Get out of here. Let's go.
So bad.
You think he was on Xbox Live?
You thought he was on Xbox Live. Go ahead.
Man, he tired, man. He got Ivanka.
Yeah, he tired. Yeah, I feel him. I give him a pass.
Yeah, get him a pass. Anyway, go ahead.
That was
what's up? Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
That's
wrapping it up.
That's a wrap.
Let's go.
It's a wrap.
We're doing it live.
That's it. We doing it live. Thank you. We appreciate it. Ivanka,
we doing it while we sleeping.
Doing it while we sleep. Anyway, so before we
for those that can't go play that, gotta go play that Jump Force right now. Let's go.
You can't play it. It's offline right now.
Okay. Hey, y'all go look up some butternut so y'all can see what that is.
Stop it. Anyway, so before we do our sign outs, I do want to say this, guys.
Do it.
Tomorrow I was gonna do it today, but then I didn't have it. I didn't have my thing set up to do our Patreon names. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm sorry, next week. And so next week, I normally wait a week, but that week, the winner of whoever's that's a part of the GRG Patreon, they will be the winner of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 or Soul Calibur 6. And then the next week, which I will go ahead and I'll do it on the same show next week, where we'll go ahead and we'll try to we ain't gonna try. We will get the winner of the person that will win Red Dead Redemption 2. So I told you I was going to do that. I was going to do Forza, but then I was like, everybody got Game Pass, so it's really not no point of doing
and everybody.
Well,
give away a free month of Game Pass.
Okay. Well, you know what? I got you. I got you. So next week is the week to listen to GRG. If you haven't, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give a free month Game Pass to anybody that's listening, and then we're gonna call the winner out for that that week. If you want Call of Duty Black Ops 4, or if you want Soul Calibur 6, Black Ops 4 is already out. Soul Calibur 6 come out next week, and so I need somebody that I need to whoop their ass. So I got to have you out there. So I'm pretty sure, hopefully, you're gonna go ahead and say that you want it. And it doesn't matter if you're on PlayStation, if you're on Xbox, it doesn't really matter to me, because you know what I'm saying, or PC, if you whatever you like to, whatever you prefer, into, I got you. So we go ahead, we're going to do that, and then we're also going to do the giveaway the same episode for the Red Dead Redemption 2 giveaway. So do not miss next week's show. We're going to be giving it away, and you know what I'm saying, and hopefully you guys will be out there and you'll win. You know what I'm saying? So join the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Put your little $1 or $2 in. You know what I'm saying? Try to come in and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, fuck all you. William Bailey, you know what I'm saying, with your little dollars ass, when you sit there and you make like $150,000 a year.
Man, leave William Bailey
alone. He's a clown.
You appreciate every little
clown. I don't even know my homeboy clown
that supports us.
But $2.
Thank you for the support.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and do our sound outs. Delilah HD, where can they find you at?
Yes, you guys know you can find me right here on GRG on Fridays. You can catch me on Growing with Gaming on Saturdays. I just put up our brand new banner ad. Check it out. Follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. You already know who made it. It is what it is. Let's go.
Yeah, I made it.
Growing with Gaming. You guys shut up.
It looks dope though.
But you guys can rock out with us, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. You know what I'm saying? 10 a.m. Central.
And for the record, K-Mega messed the show up.
He did, didn't he? He screwed up. Yeah, man, it was so messed up, man. But no, thank you, K-Mega, for being on the show last week, man. We do appreciate you for rocking out with us. And sad that you had to leave early, due to technical difficulties. So he said,
technical difficulties was called work.
I thought you was on the shitter.
Oh no!
I was at work. No, I was in my car. I was.
Maybe we have to have a follow-up episode with Mr. K Mega on there.
You talking about? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Growing with Gaming, bro.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
But yeah, I
thought you were talking about GRG.
Check us out though. All you gotta do is, if you can't find us, if you don't know the channel, we finally got our official URL, which is YouTube Growing with Gaming, and then we also just search hashtag Growing with Gaming. You'll find all our videos. Yep, that's it. Thank you, everybody.
Nice. Yes, go check out GRG, GWG. I keep saying G, it's all the same. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? GWG, Grown Women.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lady Infamous. Shout out to El Boogie and my girl Sharice. Yes, that's the panel.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? I did make the show, you know what I'm saying, real friendly, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
you messed it up, man. I
didn't mess it up. I made it sound. I wasn't confrontational. I wasn't anything.
No persuasion in there.
It was better. You know what I'm saying? If it was, I did a great job. I thought I did.
Yeah, I apologize for the audio issues I had.
We had to hear your Forza nonsense. We're not going to hear this.
I had to fix the video. That will not happen again. I think I got it down to a science now, so I do apologize for the
first man of GWG. Don't forget it, gentlemen.
Toenails pink, whatever.
I you know what I'm saying. I know you got your shit glossy over there.
We're gonna be doing more gaming spotlights. So like I said, you follow either one of us on Twitter. We're gonna have some more gaming spotlights, and so.
All right, cool. Bloody Knuckles, where can they find you at, bro?
Twitter, fingers,
drinking.
Wildin'.
Bone, don't even go with there with me and talk about drinking, sir. I don't even go there.
Let that man do his sign outs, man.
You don't let nobody talk.
You doing it too, Prometheus.
My bad.
That's what.
Oh shit!
They can find me all across the internet. Fucking YouTube, Mixer. They can find me on Twitter, Facebook.com/Bloody Knuckles. The O's are zeros, the E's are 3, and of course, it all ends in a Z. And of course, they can also catch me tomorrow on my show, The Smash Podcast, a little corner for nerdy news and geeky goodness. We talk all things anime, manga, comics, movies, TV shows, all that good stuff.
You ain't on the Salties anymore? I think I saw something that you work relation stuff.
Yeah, so unfortunately, as of yesterday, I'm no longer going to be on the Saltiest podcast, only because of work constraints that my time is just not going to be as open as I was hoping. So if y'all haven't seen that, go over there and give them some love and watch yesterday's video. It was probably my biggest blowout where I went off on so many rants and schooled everyone, showing why I'm called the goddamn Wikipedia.
Nice.
Lord.
Nice. Shout out to Salty's Gaming.
All of Salty.
Yeah. Big shout out to them and his crew. All right. Okay. 108 Dragons. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, Twitter, YouTube, and all that. But I'm giving away a PlayStation 1 Classic for this holiday season. It won't be extravagant as last year. I'm not giving out no goddamn systems. Small channel, still doing big things. Stay tuned. Facts and all that. You know how I do. Keeping it real, keeping it gangster. Tune in to GRG every Friday, 9:30. Ill Panel. You know what we do.
Yeah, definitely check out 108's channel, man. That doggone Comic-Con, the New York Comic-Con stuff was pretty lit. So
thank you, Delilah. She said it's facts because she's mad critical.
What the hell is? I'm
silly.
Nah,
nigga,
I'll get you right. I know I'm doing the right thing.
Fanboy. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Shut up with that. You do this every few weeks. Stop it. Attention hog.
Man,
good Lord.
Chuck did so much better than you on the show.
Let out.
I'm just being real. Like, god damn.
Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't sugarcoat nothing.
Oh no.
Hey, thank you, Delilah.
You know what? But let me just tell you like this. You know what I'm saying? Delilah can give you all the props you want to. But Chuck, you still answer the K Mega. Shut your ass up and get your ass and tell where they can find you at, Chuck. Where can they find you at?
All right, man. Yeah. All right, look. Hey, man, look, just simple. Just come on my channel. I'll be on some other shit, though. You know, I just on some other shit. When you want to see something different, I just
cut off that damn beard. I got my clippers. I had my clippers ready for
everything. It's so strong, it's ridiculous.
You know, podcasts like
that. I like to have a good time. Just swaying by, you know, with your country cousins, we have fun. I'm gonna be with Bound in tomorrow. Hey, my cousin told me you remind me of my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that some country shit to say?
That is some country shit to say.
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh shit. Anyway, that is some country shit to say. I was told at work today from some Mexican dudes. Hey, home. Hey, these see now I'm stereotyping. He didn't call me Holmes. I'm sorry about that. They said, hey bro, you remind me of my cousin. I said, who your cousin? He said something Corlentes or some shit. I said, I'm not even Mexican, man. He said, bro, you look like you, man. You look like you got some Mexican trait. I got none. I'm black and Indian. That's all I got.
Man, he might have been trying to ask you if you want some Mexican in you.
No, I don't see some shit.
Look like my cousin. What's your cousin name? Eclipse.
No, don't want no. Do not want no Latino penis demon. I'm good. You can send the Latino female demons all you want to, but other than that, I'm done. Anyway, so last but not least, 100. Where can they find you at?
And y'all can find me on Twitter, man. I'm over here giving away 3 months of Xbox Live.
We done.
Yeah, D-Max, he can't give nothing out. You know what I'm saying? He giving y'all better get y'all games. You know what? You better give out 4 games instead of 2 games. Give them 4. Each console. You know what I'm saying? We get take. I need my cut, so spend my cut on that and give them 4 games instead of 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Because you mad because you can't beat. See, Mega want to be 100 sometimes. He can't beat me because I am the only one. And we out this piece.
I'm giving out real games. You over here talking that shit. You want to put a little bit into this cut?
What you mean? What you mean? Let's go.
You want to put a little something into it?
What you mean? Let's go.
What you want? What you want to put into?
Next week, I'm buying 3 games 1 month. I'll buy the game passes.
No,
I'll send it to you tonight.
Games. I'm giving
them games. I'm getting them over 100-something games.
I'm giving away Call of Duty or Soul Calibur, and I'm giving away the week after Red Dead Redemption 2. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not giving away. What are you doing? I don't hear DirectX 12. I don't hear DirectX giving out no fire.
Oh, we do give out the fire.
No, you don't.
The whole group gives out the fire.
1 month of pass, bitch. Get
What's
out
wrong
here
with that?
But I'm giving away heat.
Hey, look,
you only got like 15 people in Patreon. So shit, buddy, gonna get back to the same person.
I ain't even got that many Patreon fans. I'm gonna be giving away. Somebody might win a game.
You giving away to the same people. I give away to the people. I give away to the general people.
I support the Patreon. The Patreon does what it gets. I need to do more videos to send to the Patreon.
I can't wait. I could be monetized, so I could do that too. Man, as soon as I start getting money, I'm like, yeah, man, I want to be in the giveaways.
I ain't giving no money. I ain't making no money. This is my personal money. This ain't no YouTube money.
You ain't giving your money.
You ain't giving no money.
I ain't making no Randolph Thor. No, I ain't got no dealer or no crap gamer.
I ain't getting that type of money. I'm a dollaraire.
He's a dollaraire. I'm a quarternaire.
Well, stop stunting.
And
look, I want to show support because of the people that support us. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Right.
There are people that support us. I love them for that because I never thought that we get the support that we do. And so that to me, hey man, look, you know what I'm saying? Look, I don't mind going into my pockets to help out people that want something. Hell shit, everybody likes something for free. Let's do our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
But you get a whole lot of shit for free. You should give back.
Stop it. Just because, look, man, I can't wait to get that Spider-Man for free, and I'm going to throw it in all them damn places.
See, he gonna throw it. He throw it in all our faces. That's what I got for free. They just don't buy him the $60 version. They buy him the Ultimate Edition. I'm like, damn.
God of War was great, Ultimate Edition, and Detroit. I love that. Thank you.
See?
All right, go ahead.
That's why I said Detroit is his favorite game. Let's go.
No, Detroit.
I'm about to go play some Forza.
All right,
it's time to play some Forza.
Thank you guys so much for rocking out with us. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check us out next week. We're going to be doing that damn thing. We will be streaming. I don't know what we'll be streaming this weekend. What are we going to be streaming this weekend, 108?
I don't know. I might have to work, man.
I'm not going to ask 100. 100 runs away. You know what? Don is the only person.
I'll be with the old lady tomorrow night, so I ain't doing. You ain't gonna catch me on Xbox.
Don is the only person.
I'm gonna be doing the pants off, dance off. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna be doing the pants off. You're gonna be doing the Geritol.
I'm doing the Tom Selleck. I'm doing it all.
You ain't doing.
I'm doing Tom Selleck. I'm doing it all.
Tom Selleck? Oh shit! I need my music. Anyway,
come on, man. Let's wrap this show. Let's go. I'm trying to play some games before I go to sleep.
I know.
Hey, Live ain't do his outro.
I gotta get who
Live is gone. Sleep.
Live is gone.
No, he's ejected.
I was joking.
He got ejected, dude. Where you been at, Triple?
Joking, man.
He was snoring on a mic.
Yeah. So anyway, and you stop taking my shit. 100 pants off, dance off is my thing. You talk about strudel.
I think we all need to chip in and get him a doctor for sleep apnea. Something wrong with that 7-foot fool.
I know, man. He be going to sleep. Man, he's like what 7? He's like 6'9" and 6'10", and like
yo, Lemon, yo, guess what, Lemon? Yo, you know I was playing this.
Ibaka be hitting his ass.
I'm like, yo, what happened to him?
Thank you guys so much. Please, definitely next week check it out. We got the giveaways to give away, and I love giving away for people, man. I just do, man. I mean, I wish I could do it more, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. I just love doing it. So this is for my love from everybody from GRG to you guys from GWG from everybody's channel. Support everybody on this channel. And I mean on this podcast and support them, man, for real, because we're real about what we do. So anyway, we're about to get out of here. And as always, like I say, if your ass don't got to go to work tomorrow, then you only got 2 things to do. You better hit that video game. It doesn't matter what console you own or PC, Nintendo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't doing that, you better be doing that pants off, dance off. If you ain't, you a fraud. We out of here.
Peace.
Later.
Some people be asleep.
Nope, you're a fraud. Don't take your ass to sleep. Better get in them draws.